20th, a lot of work to do. He has to wonder, does he get points for his playoff spot?
All right, well.
For the win today, that's the challenge, Marty.
Alan, when I spent time with A.J. Allmendinger this morning, he said, honestly, this might be one of the best cars we've had all year long. He's been telling me for weeks, listen, we have to get our practice and qualifying program.
That might just be what we're stuck with today. Fuck, man. Like, why did it work so fucking well yesterday?
Looking for a driver who can knock SVG off.
God damn it, dude. I fucking hate this goddamn shit.
Real shot to win this race. Let's make it loud here in wine country and get the engines cranked for the NASCAR Cup Series at Sonoma Raceway.
And now, here to serve us the most famous words in motorsport. Please welcome Chef and Food Network host, Tyler Lawrence.
NASCAR, how we doing? On behalf of race fans around the state, around the country, and around the world, welcome to the beautiful state of California. And welcome to our heart-pounding House of Horsepower here in
All right, just do it, dude. I'm on the fucking mood.
And welcome to Sonoma Raceway. Are you ready?
Just fucking do it. Like, I'm not...
Say it with me and say it loud. Drivers, start your engine!
Does it still say that, Jaden? Does it really say that? Hold on. Does it actually say that? Fuck me, dude.
House of Horsepower. We are going to go green here at that very house on the other side of the break. Dale, Steve, and Adam will take it away. Your mental health is better, but having uncontrollable body movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia, can feel embarrassing.
I asked my doctor about treating my TD with
Ingrezza. #1 prescribed Ingrezza is clinically proven to treat TD, quickly reducing TD movements by greater than 5 times at 2 weeks. 98% of people were still satisfied with Ingrezza after 2 years, and you can keep taking most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior or mood changes, or suicide.
This is just what we're stuck with today. Fuck this shit, dude.
Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening.
I literally hate this shit.
Feeling and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
taking control starts with
Fucking crap talk, bro. Like, just shut up.
When it comes to your wireless plan, don't settle for less. Get more with a free 5G phone and real unlimited data from Straight Talk. More ways to connect.
I love you.
More reasons to share. And when you spend less with Straight Talk...
All right, y'all. Well, what's up?
By getting something for them.
What's up, y'all? We're going to have a good day today. We already did part of the pre-race stream, and then I fucking stopped it because it was too bad, too laggy. And I hope it's better. I don't know. I mean, it's not doing it now, but it will be in a second.
Know how to keep your business moving at full speed.
But today we got the Toyota Save Mart 350 from Sonoma. I already did the pre-race stuff, but I got to do it again because I had to restart the stream. Today we have the Toyota Save Mart 350 from Sonoma, California. Sonoma Raceway. It's a 218.9 mile race, 352 kilometers, around a 1.99 mile road course.
After 40 years and over 2 million baths.
Yeah, no, I was literally the one who said it. I was mocking Jaden. Anyway, our win picks for today. We all have the same win pick. Me, Dom, and Jaden, we all picked SVG. The breakdown for today's race, it's pretty simple. Not actually. So today, it's 110 laps. Stage 1 is 25 laps. Stage 2 is 30 laps. So that'll be lap 55. And then the final stage is 55 laps. That's the second half of the race. That's the final 55 laps. And yeah, so a fuel run is 47 to 50 laps. So in the first 2 stages, you will not have to pit under green, but in the final stage, if it went green, you would have to make a pit stop. But yeah. I'm excited for today's race. I mean, not as excited as I would be if it was an oval race, you know? No, I don't think Reddick's a bad pick. You know, it's like everybody has SVG, but like, you know, if he doesn't, I don't think Reddick's a bad pick. And anything could happen with SVG too.
So great to have you with us on this Sunday afternoon. Welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody, with the Hall of Famer Dale Earnhardt Jr., our crew chief Steve Letarte. I'm Adam Alexander. We're fired up for this. 7 races to go to the playoffs. Our 4th road course race of the year. Dale, what challenges do drivers face today?
This place has thrown everybody a curveball this weekend because the teams come in here expecting one thing and got another. This track is slick, it's slow, it's almost over 2 seconds slower in practice than what we were the previous year. There's a new tire as well. One thing they've done is thrown sealer all over this racetrack. If you look at some of the tape here from yesterday in practice or yesterday's Xfinity race, you'll see that sealer.
7 races till playoffs, and then NBC starts after Indianapolis. NBC starts for Iowa. That's the first race in August.
Will tell you is it's absolutely slick at any time when they apply this to the racetracks in the NASCAR schedule. So
yeah, we have this race, we have Dover, and then we have Indianapolis. That's all we have left for TNT, and then we go over to NBC for the final end of the season, the run to the end of the season.
Losing control of that race car today. Well, and the challenge of that tire isn't just behind the wheel. As a crew chief, when I come to a road course, I got a great plan. We're going to start.
The Red Sox still winning. They were up 4-1. Yes, they're up 4-1 in the top of the 8th.
Today, because I was a little confused.
Looking for 10 straight wins.
Because those crew chiefs down there are not sure. I've heard 2 stops, 3 stops. Tires matter. Tires don't matter. That unknown, that confusion is going to make for an unknown.
Jaden, I'm sorry for mocking you. All right, I was just in a bad mood.
All these minds on pit road work out over the next 110 laps.
It's unpredictable, and that means we're all going to be winners today. We're green in Sonoma when we return on TNT.
For adults with obesity, Zepbound means...
Oh, by the way, if you refresh your page, it's updated. I have the proper thumbnail, proper title.
Zepbound helps adults with obesity lose weight and keep it off. Don't take if allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck.
I did not watch WWE yesterday, but I know that Seth Rollins got injured, and I'm hoping he's all right, man. That sucks. And now, one thing I don't like about WWE, I respect the scripted aspect of WWE, but I don't like how there's fake injuries. I don't think that's cool at all. Like, I think that's really shitty. I think it's really shitty for like somebody to walk off and injured, and for you to actually be like questioning whether or not it's real. Like, I don't like that. You know, I feel like that should be the line of like,
see the study results at compareZepbound.com. Ask your healthcare provider about Zepbound. Explore savings options today.
It's like I'd be pissed, fucking pissed, if a player on the Red Sox had a fake injury, you know?
Everything you see it for the first time.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Today, Superman is unlike anything we've ever seen.
I'm as human as anyone. That's my greatest strength.
It's a superhero movie for everyone.
What if Durant had a fake knee injury? Yeah, I'd be pissed at him for that. I mean, he would never do that, but...
The NASCAR Cup Series on TNT is brought to you by the Credit One Bank NASCAR American Express Card and by Napa Auto Parts.
No, but that really pissed me off if I'm like sitting there worried about an athlete that I really care about, and then just to find out that they were just fucking with us the whole time. Like, that pissed me off.
On the front row again, he's been a qualifying machine. Row 2, William Byron, very good road racer. Ross Chastain got his first career victory on the road.
But it does sound like it's a real injury, so I hope he's all right. I hope he ends up being good.
Line him up, AJ A.J. Allmendinger, 3 career victories in road course competition. Ty Gibbs looking for his first Cup win. He's won 4 times on the road in the Xfinity Series. Row 4, NASCAR champion Ryan Blaney next to Tyler Reddick, who was really good here a season ago, leading a bunch of laps, winning the stage. Christopher Bell in row 5 with Alex Bowman. Both
What if Kyle Busch had a fake balloon engine?
In their career. We go outside the top 10, row 6. Kyle Larson's won twice here in Sonoma. Zane Smith, still a part of the in-season challenge. Had a really good car yesterday. Chris Buescher, top 5, last 3 races here in Sonoma. Chase Elliott, 7 career victories on the road. And in row 8, let's highlight Michael McDowell.
Let's talk to him. Michael, skies of the boot, you got me? Michael McDowell, skies of the boot, you got me?
Yeah, I'm 2-4, I got you.
Hey, bud, this place kind of threw everybody a curveball, being a little bit slicker.
Bob did post. We should not need it, but the sunset time for the Cup race is 8:20. That's Pacific time, so that'd be a fucking 11:20 our time. There's no shot we'll need that, but I mean, I won't say no shot. Somebody could crash into the catch fence, and that repairs could take hours long.
Had a little trouble there with Michael on the backside of the racetrack. And going to resume the grid here as we carry on. Michael in row 8 there, along with Denny Hamlin. And row 9, Kyle Busch, John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek's really picked up the pace over the last couple of weeks.
Jaden!
With a great run this weekend. Then you have Daniel Suarez and Ryan Preece. Ryan Preece not at the speed here that we expected. He's had some speed at the road course this year, but not here this weekend. Brad Keselowski, Joe Logano back there in row 11. Row 12, Carson Hocevar had some speed last week, crashed out early in Chicago. And
Jaden, did you hear anything else about Seth Rollins? Or is it just everything that you heard last night?
Row 13, Josh Berry, Ty Dillon. Ty's still alive in the bracket. We're coming up on the green flag here.
All right, here we go. Green flag. We are racing from Sonoma.
California, green flag is out at Sonoma.
Stage 1 is 25 laps. Nothing about what the injury is. I think he said yesterday that it was like a knee injury, which is bad. We got some chain reaction in the back of the pack.
Orange number 1, Ross Chastain, jumping in front of that red, white 54 Ty Gibbs for Ford. Down to turn 4.
Big time braking zone right here. An opportunity to try to make some passes into turn 7. A lot of people get turned around right here. A lot of the mid-tippers by the end of the race in that corner.
Not sure how long 3 wide we were coming out of turn 7.
Still some disagreements with position.
I did not.
Yes, that's not the place to do it. A runoff could have big.
I love the Red Bull car, man. It's so beautiful.
Sweeping turn 10, and then the first time.
Oh, we can hear the engines today, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but 17 off the racetrack right there. We're going to see that a lot off of turn 10. That's going to draw a ton of dirt down into the braking zone of turn 11. And it's also going to make the entry to pit road as well as we get on into this race. Top 20 sorted out now, out of position right there. That's the 6th of Brad Keselowski, that green car. Ty Dillon in that yellow number 10 is now under attack with Bubba Wallace. Man, I didn't know if there was enough room. Hurt up ahead. We're going to see that, as you said, Dale. As a driver, does that distract you, or you just expect it? Well, you're going to have to deal with it here. This is dirty all offline. On all of the runoffs to this racetrack, it's dirt. 77 of Hocevar now to the inside of the 23. So Bubba could make that pass.
You could buy 28 Zillish's 2025 Red Bull diecast. I would love to. I would love to buy that. How much is it? Is it like... Do they increase the prices on diecasts? Again? I haven't really bought many in like a few years. Since like 2023.
He doors up pretty hard, and that allows the four to try to make a pass as well. Now Bubba's back under the attack on Ty Ty Dillon right there with 10 in the braking zone. He closed the gap to the 10 really quick on the backside of the racetrack.
What are those damn matchups again?
This is our Xfinity mobile onboard camera riding with Bubba Wallace. Turn 1 up the hill to turn 2 at Sonoma.
That's where Bubba tried to make the pass earlier, diving to the inside. Stays in line right here. Trying to get the power down right here. It's really, really hard down this hill. You drive the
All right, so it's 10.99. That's not bad. So it's Ty Dillon versus Alex Bowman. John Nemechek versus Eric Jones. That's Legacy. Ryan Preece and Tyler Reddick. And then Zane Smith and Ty Gibbs.
Nemechek had that 6th-place run Mexico City last month on the road course, and one of those drivers battling for the $1 million in the in-season challenge today. The round of 8, Nemechek matched up with his teammate Eric Jones, battle for position 24 around the 19, and that's going to be William Byron passing Chase Briscoe.
Thought Byron would come in here and show a lot of pace this week. He's done that in practice, had such a fast car in Chicago. They ruined that car in qualifying and in practice, so wasn't able to really show the speed in the race that they needed. Back again this weekend, really quick on the charts.
I'm so happy that guy at Pocono sold me the Larson Indy car. Because he wasn't going to, but then he was like, it's a display, and then I was like, dude, I'll pay you extra for it. And he's like, all right, $15 and we got a deal. I was like, bet.
They're aware of the regular season points and everything that championship can bring in terms of the advantage in the playoffs, but for William Byron, they said today's race, all about keeping the track position he has, already up 1 position. They want to go for the victory and chase that 88 car right now.
What I like about the 24 is I think we're going to see this. Dale, you talked about the slipperiness of the racetrack and the fall off of the tire. The 24 looks like it's getting better. The opposite for the 19 of Briscoe. His car losing grip. He's under attack by Chastain. He's going to dive to the inside.
This for third. You know, Briscoe prior to today had never run a lap inside the top 5 at Sonoma. But when you look at this team of great history,
I don't feel that way. I still feel like
the balance here today is
it's normal.
Completes the pass.
I remember there was like, I've watched like some races back from like the early 2000s. And dude, the engine noises on the broadcast is so loud that you couldn't even hear the commentators.
You try to get a good run out of this corner right here, but you just want to put pressure on the driver in front of you through 4. You're not really trying to make
Actually, I do feel a little bit like it might be.
make the pass in the next corner down here in turn 7. Trying to get through 4 and out of 4 quickly so you can do this right here. Fade to the inside. Try to outbreak your opponent. Turn 7's a great opportunity to do that. Now you're setting up that same opportunity to pass all through these S's. All through here. Nobody's really trying to make passes here. You can. Somebody makes a massive mistake, but you're trying to set up the opportunity all through these corners for another opportunity in the passing zone of turn 11.
Chase Briscoe from the front row to 4th. Danielle, and under attack here by A.J. Allmendinger.
Yeah, he may lose another spot here, Adam. I talked to his crew chief, James Small, this morning. He said this is Chase's worst road course track. We've been working on it for weeks and teaching him how to drive Sonoma correctly. From where he started to where we are now, he's impressive. I told him to settle in. They keep saying that on the radio. Settle in, manage your tires.
That was Catherine, 22 seconds behind. Road course, easy to get strung out. Bad car. Not the best driver.
Much harder when every corner you exit down, you look in the mirror and the guy behind you is closer. That 16 car.
I mean, Hocevar's in 30th, 18 seconds back. So, she's 4 seconds back of the closest car, though. It's pretty bad.
And now it's showing here as he runs in the top 5. I feel like it's dangerous for the competition if Allmendinger's up there right now, because if he doesn't have to come from behind and he's got the track position to play with, he can be very, very dangerous when you consider how good he is on the road. The word we used late at Chicago was physical, and we're already seeing it here today. Brad Keselowski racing with John Hunter Nemechek up the hill, and there is contact.
There's a place no map will show you. A secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that crave chaos. New brakes? Check. Roll cage? Check. A spoiler so big it doubles as a picnic table? Oh, you bet. Every apex we nail, every second we shave, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. Look like fun? It is. You in?
A diagnosis doesn't define you. Even ATTR cardiac amyloidosis. You've come a long way. Your path was never set in stone. You charged ahead. So why would life with ATTR-CM define you? You have the power of choice. Attruby is an oral medicine used to treat adults with ATTR-CM to reduce death and hospitalization related to heart problems. People taking Attruby saw an impact on health-related quality of life and were 50% less likely to be hospitalized for heart issues, giving you more chances to do what you love with who you love. Tell your doctor if you're pregnant, plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding, and about the medications you take. The most common side effects were mild and included diarrhea and abdominal pain. If you have ATTR cardiac amyloidosis, ask your cardiologist if Attruby is right for you. It's time to get busy living.
And Doug.
Are you here for Tracy?
We're here for everyone. Limo and I help people save hundreds by customizing car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
We ordered a limo, not a limo.
Oh yeah, we do that too.
The limo?
At your service. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Chili's wanted to reintroduce the Presidente Margaritas to a Nascar audience, but that was pretty complex, so we came up with the catchy line. Ride the Dente, ride the Dente. That's all I wanna do is ride the Dente. Now, is this here country song about Chili's Presidente Margaritas just a shameless way to sell Chili's Presidente Margaritas? Yup, sure is. Ride the Dente.
Welcome.
Go to
a
Chili's. Chili's is
More
offering
drivers going
American
head-to-head.
freedom.
More stakes, more grit, and more to prove. The challenge is on. 32 drivers enter $1 million showdown. 5 races of bracket-busting matchups. More pressure, more risk, and more reward. Only on TNT and streaming on Max. Welcome to the in-season challenge. Welcome to NASCAR.
Back at Sonoma, time for some race know-how presented by Napa Auto Parts.
Yeah, one of the most important pieces of advice I ever got about road course racing was to stay on the pavement. That will serve you well throughout the day if you can stay out of the dirt.
And the value of tires. We always talk fuel, fuel, fuel. Today, I believe that conversation is going to spin forward to those 4 Goodyear tires and having some fresh tires near the end.
And we talked about the braking zones of 11 and 7, but how do you present an opportunity to make those passes? It's having the forward drive in these cars. Fighting forward drive off of turn 4, off of this turn right here with SVG. That's what you're going to need all day long. And if your team can improve the forward drive throughout the day, you're going to have a really good shot at having a great run.
Stay on the pavement. That's right. Seems so simple.
It's very obvious, but hard to do.
Yes. And right now, no problems out front. Shane Van Gisbergen with a 1.3-second lead over William Byron, Marty.
Do we have a flip? Definitely not.
SVG was a little concerned about his car in practice. It wasn't the early part of the run that we're in right now that he was concerned with. It's the later part of the run and losing rear grip. He did mention a moment ago, I don't have a lot of confidence in the rear right now, but he's kind of managing it a little bit better. But Junior, it's crazy to me that SVG could be looking possibly at his 3rd win of the season if he can pull it off here in Sonoma today. That would make him the number 3 seed currently in the Cup Series playoffs coming up later this year. And they didn't have a win 5 weeks ago. So that begs the question, Junior, is it fair with the current system and the way it is in NASCAR for a driver
Imagine SVG wins the championship.
to possibly be the number 3
I don't care. If you have 3 wins, you're in the playoffs. Yeah, the win and you're in thing is kind of dumb, but if you have fucking... I think 2 wins should lock you in, but 3 wins, you're definitely...
You got to give the guy credit. He's great in one particular discipline that is very important during the NASCAR season. He's getting better at the ovals as well, and he'll tell you that. I think we'll see that improvement continue throughout the season.
Great look from the Toyota onboard. I'm with you, Dale. Complain about a fluke win, maybe. But complain about a guy that's beat you maybe 3 times, that seems a little off to me.
I would say this too. Look at the playoff schedule. If you can get through the round of 16 and you're SVG, you go to the round of 12. The elimination race in the round of 12 is the Roval. It's huge for him.
Yeah, I think he could get through the round of 16. Honestly, I think we could see SVG in the round of 8.
That's right, a great move there.
You know, the round of 16 is just so fucked up. Like, you always see some people that you don't expect get eliminated there. So I think SVG could make it through that. Win the Roval, be in the round of 8. And then Talladega's in the round of 8. Fucking, you know, just survive that. And then maybe he's in the fucking Final 4. SVG's path to the championship is clear as day.
Anticipated, so that's what they were working on throughout the night. Both Bell and all his JGR teammates, like Chase Briscoe there in the 19. Everyone taken a bit by surprise by how much this track had changed over 1 year. 19 Briscoe back around Chastain. Chastain struggling now as we get more laps on the tires, and he gives that spot up into turn 3. And here comes C. Bell, closing in on the 16 to 16 and 1. Down to the inside into turn 3. What a move! Very aggressive.
Contact there with Bell and Allmendinger.
AJ doesn't like that contact. He's going to fight hard to keep that spot. That's some good racing here.
Good start to the day. Joe Gibbs Racing. Talk about Briscoe, Bell, Gibbs. All 3 of those Toyotas inside the top 8 right now.
Chastain looks experienced. Y'all keep fighting it out. Slowing yourself down. Chastain struggling a little bit.
I really don't think NASCAR has a road course overload. I just don't like scheduling 2 road courses on consecutive weeks. You know?
A bit of this run, AJ Allmendinger's been frustrated that the cars in front of him were holding him up. And then he made this comment a moment ago on the radio.
And I also wish that they would go to like Laguna Seca instead of Sonoma.
So Junior, he's saying as he sits here behind Chastain, is building looser, which isn't helping the 16 either.
Yeah, that's right. All the drivers complain about the balance of their cars being on the loose side, even in the Xfinity Series. When we came back to this racetrack after the repave last year, and this sealer on the racetrack is going to compound that balance issue. But everyone, you got to remember, Steve, that everyone's dealing with this issue. Everyone's uncomfortable. Again, 20 to the inside down here in 7th.
That's the key. You have to understand that this time of the track, the best it can, but perfect is not going to be really an option, I think, for any of these guys. You got to put the car in front. It's really as simple as that. And right now, the 20, I think, is better than at least the next 1 or 2 cars in front of him. A very nice drive by Bell so far, up 5 positions since the start of the race, and quickly goes to the rear bumper of the one at Chastain.
You know, you look at his road course resume, it's outstanding. 3 victories on the road, including earlier this year at Circuit of the Americas. AJ Allmendinger continues the slide. Blaney is through, and Gibbs waiting in the wings in the 54.
Yeah, not a good sign to see the tires falling off the back of the 16 car this early. You know he's got the talent to carry a race car around this.
I mean, it's been a while since they've had a race at like a real racetrack. You know, Pocono was the last real racetrack.
Just ahead of this is going for another position around the outside of Chastain. Now he's on the inside of 3A. Chastain's going to let him through. Here comes Blaney with some momentum down the hill into 4th.
That's the problem. You give up 1, door opens for another. Bell is through. Blaney trying to make it happen. Turn 4, not quite there.
Going to try to get in 7 here, Adam. Down to the inside. He doesn't want to give the spot up because then it's going to be under attack by the 16 car. Can he find a way to fit in there? No, side by side still. Finally, the 16 has to give way into the
Chastain. And I feel like I'm at a football game and I hear that defense chant, you know what I mean? Because he is doing everything he can to keep them behind him.
Behind this, Ty Gibbs is coming as well as Reddick. Behind that 54, those two cars climbing through the field. Here comes the 16.
I do think we need to get rid of the Roval, though. That I will sign off on that.
11, Allmendinger is there, but once again, slides in behind Chastain.
Awesome battle right here, man.
Look, I think we should have a road course in the playoffs, but it should be like, I don't know, like VIR or.
He's a retired driver. He's in the Hall of Fame. He said it's fun to watch these drivers struggle.
Oh, yeah.
He's graduated to the TV booth officially now.
When you need a lift, you could use a big financial friend.
Whoa, another side-by-side. Are we actually doing full...
Strong enough to help you push past financial obstacles.
Are we doing side-by-side green flag?
A big expense.
Probably not all the way through.
That can make a big difference. Well, you do have that big financial friend, wherever your journey takes you.
I'm getting 5% cash back on the monthly category I choose when I pay with
Red Sox win 4-1. That's 10 straight wins.
You can pay your own way. I use PayPal to buy this ticket. I'm paying it off over time.
We're 12-1 since Nick blessed the Red Sox.
No interest. Me. You can pay your own way.
I'm still in here.
More savings, more flexibility. The rewarding and trusted way to pay. PayPal.
Hey, you remember the first time we visited Ark Encounter?
Yeah, you fainted. Twice.
Hey, now, let's just say it's a little bigger than imagination, okay? And the exhibits, they're so lifelike. There's just so much for the kids to do here. Virtual reality, a zoo, I mean, they even have zip lines. I guess I just never thought a place like this could be real.
So, Junior was right.
I guess so. Ark Encounter. You just gotta see it to believe it.
When Ram killed the Hemi V8, people had opinions. We got it wrong, and we're fixing it. You hear that? That's our Hemi, and it's saying, I'm back. You want more? Buckle up. Ram's coming back to NASCAR. Let's go, baby. We're back in American motorsport. The Hemi's back. We ain't going anywhere.
Nice Oakleys, Stipe. Where'd you get them?
GoVex.com.
Hey, Stipe, nice boots. Where'd you get those?
GoVex.com. Use it. Exclusive deals for first responders, military, and law enforcement only at GoVex.com.
Rich, tender Angus steak and melty American cheese. It brings a tear to the eye, but it's not a tear. It's your eyes salivating. Those peepers are drooling for cheesesteak. Arby's, we have the meat.
Under the Saturday night lights at Richmond, there's no place to hide. Tight turns, tippers flaring, when the sun goes down and the sparks fly. Dreams of the playoffs live or die in prime time. 3 nights, 3 races, 1 shot at the best weekend of your summer. You better not miss it. NASCAR weekend at Richmond Raceway. Get your tickets now at richmondraceway.com.
Go inside the race with HBO Max, home of the NASCAR Driver Cam, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook and Straight Talk Wireless. Access every in-car camera with real-time driver data, multi-view options, and full team audio. Watch NASCAR Driver Cam all season long only on HBO Max. Shane Van Gisbergen leading. We got 8 laps to go in stage 1. Last time we came to you, Marty, the advantage was 1.3. It's now 3.8 seconds over Byron.
And Adam, almost when you came to me the last time, he has extended the lead to your point by 2 seconds. But at that same time, he has this radio transmission to Stephen Dorn, his crew chief. Listen.
Yeah, my liver is really something. My liver is starting to hurt.
Left rear starting to hurt.
That's exactly what he said. 24, that is.
So, Steve, is it comforting for your driver? I guess I should ask Junior. Is it comforting to hear that from Steve when he tells you, hey, the whole field is struggling with rear grip? It's not just you.
Yeah, I mean, if my car is driving poorly and I feel like I'm losing the rear tires, getting the information that my lap times are still relatively competitive. It is helpful to kind of calm me down so that I don't try to overdrive the car and make things worse and run slower. You know, you get to working too hard in there trying to make up for something. You can actually hurt the tire more running and slower.
Jaden!
This mysterious track grip issue we have seen this weekend, the left rear tires were completely worn out in just 15 laps. It has improved.
Jaden!
Concern for all these drivers, mostly because it's right-hand corners, right? The left rear tires doing the work on all of these right-hand exits. Danielle?
Yeah, Stevie, we've seen Chase Elliott crack the top 10 after qualifying 13th. Not surprising to his crew chief, Alan Gustafson. He said with the lack of grip and amount of fall.
Jaden, if you could pick a road course that the Cup Series has never raced at to be put on the schedule, what would it be?
Because he never overdrives the tires. He just came on the radio and said the balance is good, just trying to keep the rear tires on it. Dale, what does he mean by that?
Yeah, just trying to keep the rear.
And which road course would you replace that with?
Talk about how loose the cars are. And anytime you try to put the power down, like over this hill into 4 or coming out of 7, coming out of 11, it wants to spin the rear tires. And so you're beating up the rear tires and tearing them up and hurting them all race long, all lap long. And the guy that can actually try to take care of that the best is going to be the one that runs the best on the long run. The 5-car, Kyle Larson.
I mean, I have my ideal, ultimate dream road course that I know that I'd want NASCAR to race at, but it would never happen. I'd want them to race at Spa,
Down into turn 11, trying to
but that would never happen.
battle for this position here against the 999, and he's frustrated. The car's not handling well, but I mean, he has lost, I think, 6 or 7 spots in the last 2 laps. Alan, what you got?
Yeah, it just keeps dropping and keeps slipping. That backside of his car, not gripping the racetrack, and it's especially worse in those braking zones. Like you said, I'm down here in turn 11 watching him just get outbraked every time, continuing to lose positions. They need an adjustment on that 5-car.
Helpless. You can't drive a car into the braking zones that doesn't want to stop. Now the good news for Larson, as we see 6 to go, is his opportunity for service is right around the corner. As a reminder, pit road will close when the leader sees 2 to go at the line. So with 3 laps to go in this stage, it's decision time. You want to stay out and try to get stage points or come to pit road. From all the slipping and sliding and complaining, I think we're going to see a massive wave come to pit road. Go for most. Leader SPG, he can even wait for 2 to go. So we'll just have to see right around the corner.
Leading out to 5 seconds for Shane Van Gisbergen over second place William Byron. And we talked about Chase Briscoe and where would they fit in. Fell back to 4th, back up to 3rd now, and almost 8 seconds.
Kyle's running in a very competitive 33rd place.
Man, it looked like SPG had found to come pit road right there.
I thought so too.
I'm sure.
I also think
The 6-car Brad Keselowski.
Mount Fuji would actually be a pretty cool NASCAR race
Picking up 9 spots as the
in Japan. The Fuji race.
started lap 1, so
I forgot what I think it's just called Fuji International Raceway or some shit.
Brad this year, but
I really do like that track.
better pace on the long run. And this is going to be one of those tracks where we do have a lot of fall off today. Having a car that can handle well and still move forward and be on the offense on the long run is a big deal today.
All 3 RFK cars inside the top 15. Busher running 13th, 14th for Priest. And they have really started to show a lot of speed the last 6 or 7 weeks.
Oh yeah, no, Mount Panorama. That might be my favorite racetrack in the whole world. Honestly, I love that track.
Normal cycle, 4 tires of fuel, good right side stop after the backwards pit stops for the last few weeks. A normal direction for these drivers. Chastain continuing to run the 6th position, Marty.
Yes, Steve, he said he's had no rear grip this entire run. But also for you, crew chief, Steve, it's decision time about how you play the rest of your race. Listen to what Phil Surgeon told Chastain a moment ago.
Interlagos. I'm not too familiar with that track. I know they did a few races there. I'm pretty sure in 2020. Oh wait, no, that's sorry, I'm a fucking idiot. That's Brazil. I don't know why I was thinking of Istanbul. Yeah. Yeah, Brazil. They could do that. I don't know if it would be that great though.
Butcher lost a few spots at the very start of the race, was not really able to gain those back. Again, just like everybody else, struggling with rear lateral grip in the 17 team, but so good here at the road course, and we'll see if they can make it up later, Alan.
Kyle Larson among the cars coming down, getting service here. Under green, 4 to go, stage 1. And as Steve said, we'll close the pit lane with 2 to go. And as far as most everyone is behind race leader Shane Van Gisbergen, you're going to have to make a pit stop with 3 to go.
So Shane stayed out. Now it's the 24, 19, 20, and the 1. What will their decision be as they come down into turn 11? Will they come to pit road or not? There's a 20.
Bell is pitting.
Bell on pit road. Alan.
If SVG pits it, it's got to be the next time he comes around.
Just at the end there, he said, I can tell my tires are getting bad. Small adjustment for the 20 car.
SVG's pulled out to a 6.4 second lead over William Byron.
Host of drivers making pit stops. You saw him coming off. Among those in Tyler Reddick. Qualified inside the top 10. We talked off the top how good he was here a season ago, leading a bunch of laps, winning a stage. A.J. Allmendinger, who had slid back from his starting position, making his green flag stop. 3 to go, stage 1.
And now I think there's no choice but to pit if you're the 88 of SVG. I believe if you don't pit now, after how many cars? We've had nearly 30 cars pit in this cycle. So the 88 of SVG, down the S's right here, he will have to decide. And then if he stays out, I think the 24 is committed. He's so far back. We'll see what the 88 does this time. Left turn. As we watch the 88 pit behind him, the 24. That's the next story. 24-19. Will they follow the 88 on pit road?
88 of Shane Van Gisbergen started on the pole strong to begin this race, and here he is making his stop under green. 2 to go on the stage, Marty.
All right, so SVG is pitting. Byron's pitting. Briscoe is pitting.
If we were in a position to get a playoff point, we wanted it.
Ross Chastain looks like he might win the stage.
It's not worth the playoff point. SVG, just like everybody else, no rear grip in the car, so 4 fresh Goodyear tires before the end of stage 1.
Seeing our pylon.
Are you ready?
Byron made his pit stop. You saw that Briscoe did as well.
There you see those two on pit road, trying to get to the end. SVG exits pit road, up the hill. Here's the 1 of Chastain, who's the leader of the race. Think about that. The 88 pitted, and he's going to rejoin in second because so many cars have pitted it. So the 1's going to have an easy. We got the 20s around.
Oh, Christopher Bell's around.
For turn 2, this is the top of turn 2.
Christopher Bell's going to lose many spots there. Oh, man, he almost got back in front of Allmendinger.
Slows the car down.
Create a log jam there.
Somebody up in the middle, up in that turn there, and right here, the 19.
Here's what happened. He made contact with his teammate. Almost sent Briscoe around, but then Briscoe saved it. Bell went around.
Slide down from underneath of him, and he was able to hang on to it.
Sorry.
That's what I was going to say. I'm so sorry.
They'll talk about that in a meeting.
Now to the final lap of stage 1.
If you spin yourself out, is that like a, hey man?
SVG pitted from first, still came out second. That's crazy.
It's remarkable to me, and you talked about Shane Van Gisbergen.
This is the final lap of the stage.
It just speaks to the way that they played the game.
Chastain has a 21-second lead over second place right now. 35-second lead over 10th.
And coming off of turn 4, final time stage 1, Marty.
Yeah, I just want to revisit that radio with Steve and just kind of get your perspective on the decision here by Phil Surgeon. I think it was interesting when we said we don't have a car that can win the race, so take what we can get. They're going to try and take this playoff point by winning the stage and the 10 stage points that go with it. What do you think about that?
I think it's genius. There's going to be a group of people happy leading here. One will be the race winner, and the other will be 4 or 5 cars that score 35 to 40 points. That's an amazing game.
All right. So he's going to come around. Turn 11.
He's 21 seconds back. Look at the pylon. Third place.
In turn 11.
We keep talking about the playoff situation.
And on to turn 12. Ross Chastain is going to do it. He's going to win stage 1 at Sonoma Raceway in the Toyota Save Mart 350.
As you see, the 1 wins the stage.
Ross Chastain takes the opening stint of the race here at Sonoma.
And here's Bubba Wallace trying to get
get in the braking zone. Going to get in the back of the 88 of SVG.
This for second.
Wow. Impressive. SVG's just trying to get around here and keep the tire on the car. He's trying not to run hard. That's right. Run up the tire, and Bubba's like, I'm going to take the spot. Yeah.
But you talk about Bubba Wallace, who was 6 or 7 spots behind Ryan Preece before the green flag cycle.
All right, so that was about a 33-minute green flag run to start the race. I'm going to go outside and smoke, and I'll be back for the start of stage 2.
Stenhouse gets points. So does William Byron. Good for Byron, who came in with a regular season points lead. Stage 1 in the books here in Sonoma, California. You're watching Nascar on TNT.
Pre-order now at Samsung.com.
A Chewy pharmacy order is on the way for Homer, the homebody who prefers the great indoors. But nature does call, and outside is outside. So Mom uses Chewy to get his flea and tick meds at a great price, delivered right to their door or right to the couch. For quality meds and great prices, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
Get over here. Not everyone believes it, but the bad guys went good. And now you want to work at a bank. Why not? You robbed us 3 times. That was this bank? So here we are, starting over with a clean slate.
Where's the flowers? Prego, cappuccino. When going good isn't going so great.
I'm keeping my eye on you, guys.
What was that? I panicked again.
Aren't you a notorious criminal?
No, maybe?
Rated PG. Beaters August 1st.
Your new bike is officially protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer. You can now safely go wherever the wind takes us.
That's right.
It was one of those books that smelled bad, but in a good way, you know?
Oh, man. Oh, didn't think this through, did you?
No? Go without me. The owner and I aren't on speaking terms. Apparently the refills are limited.
Okay.
It's not okay.
If you feel held back by the weight of financial decisions, we can give you the tools to help you break free. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
At Napa, we are the pros with simple solutions for complex electrical systems. From starters and alternators to batteries and testers, Napa has the new or remanufactured electrical parts to power your business.
NASCAR Cup Series racing on TNT is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Burger King at BK, have it your way. You rule. And by Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com. Nice Sunday afternoon, Sonoma, California. Cup Series cars racing for the 20th time in 2025. DraftKings Sportsbook is your home for live betting, and new customers can bet $5 and get a $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use the promo code SPEED when you sign up.
One of Chastain. Now, you know, there's some math that says he could stay out. But like we were talking earlier, the tires are so important. I believe all these cars that haven't pitted will come to pit road. That'll be the one of Chastain, 23 of Bubba Wallace, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ty Dillon. It's just to show you how much speed a few of these cars have. The 88 and the 24, you know, they scored all those stage points. They had a big gap, and they were aided, as you pointed out, Adam, that so many cars pitted. So, you know, pit cycle fast and furious, and now all these cars will just come in here under yellow, I assume. Now they have, like I said, they could stay out, but that would be a very aggressive call. No, there they go.
But this is part of our thought process. If you flip the stage, you're giving up points.
Yeah, right.
Those guys didn't. I mean, it's remarkable what they were able to do today.
SVG gave up 1 point and 1 playoff point because he would have won
the stage, but now you see all these cars staying on the racetrack on the left. That's a great visual to show you how many cars these guys will now line up behind, Alan.
And his pre-race plan for Bubba Wallace was get stage points as you could. He says it's great in single file, but he has nothing for him in the turns. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment on and off for Bubba Wallace, Danielle.
Second can of fuel going in for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Mike Kelly just said this is going to be a bang-bang stop. We want to fill up with fuel, Ricky. Get out of here after finishing fourth in stage one. Got a lot of points there, Marty.
Ross Chastain and Phil Surgeon playing the points game. 10 in the bank, plus a playoff point as well. Ross Chastain said the car was just way too loose, then paused for a moment, and he said the entire run way too loose. So these guys, to Steve's point, will start deep in the field to start stage 2.
Stage win number 1 of 2025 for Ross Chastain. He gets his service, and he's got a long ride back to the front when we return.
On WhatsApp, your personal messages, they're yours. We can't see them.
Hello?
We can't hear them. We can't read them. They're all private. On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Not even us.
We're challenging the standard of what comes standard. With the next generation GMC Terrain Elevation. What we choose to challenge, we challenge completely. Current eligible FCs can get this low mileage lease on this 2025 Terrain Elevation for around $279 per month. We are professional grade.
Hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $22 per hour in communities across America. Hey.
We're going big tonight.
Let's go. Amazon offers hourly employees healthcare on day one for the whole family.
Safety.
Should I go home?
No.
It was raining out there. Not hard, but...
But having uncontrollable body movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia, can feel embarrassing.
Jaden! Have you come up with a response to my question?
Ingrezza is clinically proven to treat TD, quickly reducing TD movements by greater than 5 times at 2 weeks. 98% of people were still satisfied with Ingrezza after 2 years, and you can keep taking most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior, mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Taking control starts with asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
Ingrezza.
You just can feel the pressure building.
The race within the race. Survive in advance.
For any of these drivers to make it, you're going to have to continue to knock off some big names.
I just knocked your favorite driver out. It's going to be all take and no give.
Everybody sees opportunity.
This thing is going to be wild. Time for our NASCAR in-season challenge update presented by DraftKings.
Homestead Miami Speedway Road Course.
And then there were 8.
Then there were 8 in the battles of galore right now. The tightest battle.
You sound like fucking...
Currently 9.
You sound like the iceberg. You sound like Jared Lundberg talking about Chicagoland.
Qualified well, but look at put the pressure on him. Bowman right now ahead of Todd Dillon by quite a bit of, from quite a few positions right there. John Hunter Nemechek also winning his bracket. I love this because all these guys are outside the top 12 in points. So one of these could really
no, I know it exists.
Make their season.
I've seen it before.
I don't know if Ty Dillon will win the $1 million, but he's won the trash talk competition in the in-season challenge.
I love it. So we're down there on the stage, and he's walking out of driver intro, or walking out of the driver's meeting. And Dale, kind of like, man, go get the money. He turned.
Getting the choose.
Absolutely. Here, he was fired up about this tournament. I love it. Taking a look at the choose here for the restart. SVG will take the inside line of of turn 11, but that puts him on the outside coming up the hill to turn 1. So assuming he gets the launch, should be in pretty good shape there.
Ross Chastain, the first off pit road, won the stage. But we talk about the loss of track position when you run it out. Prior to the choose was 24th was Chastain, so a lot of ground to make up here. A couple of speeding penalties on the cyclist stops. Cole Custer, Catherine Legg both have to drop to the rear. Anxious to watch William Byron starting side by side with Shane Van Gisbergen. 88, the control car as we begin stage 2. And the
all right, getting ready to go back green.
Start zone, presented by Echo Park Automotive.
And green flag is back in the air for the start of stage 2.
Left side is your door.
Oh, AJ Allmendinger's around, so he might get up to 34th.
He's off track.
Yeah, that's out of turn 2. Saw a lot of cars get spun around there in practice.
The 9 and the 16 were beating and banging into turn 11. Let's see if there's a combo here. No, it's the old dirt.
He spun around by himself.
The 9's back there, but it seems like it's ways back.
A lot of dirt, and the sealer on the racetrack was giving them all.
Oh, AJ, that's a humdinger.
So there's right on board looking at AJ. And he just loses.
Honestly, I forgot where that's even from.
For sure.
I forgot which race that's from. I just remember Mike Joyce said it.
That's what you talk about before the race. As you see live, yeah. John Hunter backwards.
This is the beginning of the S.
Johnny Minchik's around.
I bet he was probably side by side with somebody coming out of turn 7 and arguing
Comes up to 31st.
Over the curbs and bounced off each other. This one out of 16th place.
Yeah, donuts for sure. So we're going to see if those were old or fresh.
That's usually how this happens. Yeah,
you can run, but you can't hide.
See back there with that Mobil 1 nose. Oh, 3 wide.
Looks like the 35 and the 2 who are still. Oh, man.
Larson able to drive through there.
He's right on board with John Check coming out of the turn 7, trying to throttle up. He's on the inside of 3 wide and just didn't give him enough room, but you're not really supposed to be 3 wide there. Somebody has to be smart and give this up. But who's going to be the one? Golly.
Here's what I say.
A little bit of contact on that left rear of that 2 car we'll pay attention to.
You know, Chastain able to get through there.
And a big lockup on the right front of the 77, trying to avoid that. He's right on board with Bubba Wallace. A lot of lockup on the 47. Those lockups in flat spots can become problematic in the braking zones as we go forward.
Look at this battle up front. The 24 is hedging low. Briscoe trying to take an attack. There's going to be some bumper cars right here in the middle of 11.
You got to wonder if SVG's trying to take a more conservative approach on the front end of his run to save those rear tires. But, I mean, he drove away in the first stage. and still was faster, even complaining about the rear balance of his car. But stage 2, he's got some company up at the front. Look at Ty Gibbs.
Their teammates, by the way. Briscoe has a win. Gibbs does not.
He's been in the dirt twice on the inside of turn 2, trying to get around this 19. He's going to make a move right here. I believe he's going to jump out of line. Yes, he is. Going to attack. Will he have enough room and let a 19 leave him space? Where he really get the pass made. Here's with the corner where he really tries to, needs to be out braking in the braking zone there, but he didn't set the pass up in the floor. So the 19's going to be in position to argue if he wants to and keep this spot. Let his teammate go through. Wise move by the 19 for sure.
Gibbs up to third, Marty. First time all day, Adam. He's in that frame with SVG at the front of the field. Under the last caution, Chris Gabehart trying to encourage his driver a little bit about their long run speed. Listen in.
Yeah, your last couple laps of that long run, we'll get back and touch on that for a minute. They were actually really fast. Not quite Van Gisbergen fast, but certainly in the ballpark of him. So good pace there, whatever adjustments you made, long gears, whatever you got going on in there. This will be another long run, so think through that.
Steve, that's kind of funny, isn't it? You know, not SVG fast, but in the ball game with SVG, and I think today that's a pretty big accomplishment.
I think it
Byron's right behind him.
I wonder what we're seeing here is the 88 trying to save rear tires. He's been told that the 24 attacked last run, but then faded late. So I wonder if the 88 is literally just driving out of his mirror, just saying, save as much tire as I can while keeping Byron behind me. I just think he's backed up a little bit too close to this 24 for my comfort. I'm with you. When I said back up, maybe not this close. The 54 car, looking at Ty Gibbs, that's the one, we've seen him run good on the road courses. That is the one thing that they need to improve on is that long run speed. If he's got that today, watch out for Ty Gibbs. Alan, what you got on the 12?
Well, Ryan Blaney has recovered nicely since getting tagged on that restart, but he has not forgotten what happened. He had a message for Chase Briscoe over his team radio. Listen.
Make it go tell the 19 to be ready if I ever get back to him.
Trying to handle those emotions. Ryan Blaney only 2 spots now behind Chase Briscoe. Briscoe shouldn't be losing too much. Ryan Blaney right there.
Maybe once they have the baby, he'll calm down. But an expecting dad, and boy, he's still got the same aggression on the radio does Ryan Blaney. At the 1/3 point of stage 2 here at Sonoma, Shane Van Gisbergen leading this thing. Byron Gibbs, Briscoe Bell, your top 5.
Work versus fun. Know the difference.
My seminars are a great way to connect with young homeowners turning into their parents.
Breaking down cardboard is something you have to do, not something you get to do. Lawn care is not a hobby. I'm not trying to hurt you, just trying to be honest with you.
Watching a neighbor get his tree removed is not a weekend plan.
Hey, let's give it up for that guy.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
You're watching TV, not supervising it. Sit down, relax.
Hands-free Skechers slip-ins now come in GlideStep Max cushioning, which actually gave me an idea to combine all my favorite sports into one.
Oh yeah, that's from the 2017 Talladega race.
You deserve the best. At Harbor Freight, you can afford it. Performance, durability, affordability. Only one place does it all. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Fanapt allopurinol is approved for adults with bipolar 1 disorder with acute, mixed, or manic episodes. Unlike some drugs for bipolar 1 disorder, nausea, vomiting, and restlessness are not common with Fanapt. Fanapt may be associated with serious side effects. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis treated with antipsychotics are at increased risk of stroke or death. Fanapt is not approved for elderly with dementia-related psychosis. Fanapt prolongs the QT interval and may be associated with abnormal heart rhythm or sudden death. In 5% or more of people in clinical trials, heart rate increases, dizziness, hypotension, weight gain.
We're on lap 36. SVG still leading.
Increases in liver enzymes have been observed. These are not all the side effects. Talk to
He's
your
only
prescriber
not led
and learn
4
more
laps
at
today.
fanapt.com by Vanda Pharmaceuticals.
So, you like NASCAR but don't know who to root for? Here's some Toyota legends you can get behind.
Meet Tyler Reddick. Crushed it in Xfinity Series and now he's here. Basically the Cinderella story if Cinderella drove 200 miles per hour. Then there's John Hunter Nemechek. New kid on the block. All gas, no brakes. Oh, and Denny Hamlin. Ever heard of Daytona? He's won it 3 times. No big deal. We have a lot of drivers. All legends. You pick. You in?
The road to the playoffs gets shorter every week, and every lap counts. This Saturday, live from Dover, veteran experience squares off with rookie swagger. The NASCAR Xfinity Series, this Saturday live at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, only on the CW.
Closing on the midway point of Stage 2, NASCAR on TNT, back live in Sonoma, California. You're watching the Toyota Save Mark 350. Shane Van Gisbergen leading this thing. He's led 32 laps this afternoon, and the only reason he didn't win that opening stage, they chose to flip it. But he's back in charge. Kyle Busch has won here twice, but he's back in 28th. What's the story for the RCR driver, Danielle?
Yeah, the story is, Adam, at the start of this stage, he was 36th after a lengthy pit stop. He was not happy on the radio that whole first stage, saying no grip, no lateral grip in any direction.
Man, it's been 10 years since that win here. That's crazy.
He's gained 8 spots here. Steve, what do you do when your crew chief or your driver screaming, I have no grip anywhere? Come on in, let's try to make it better.
No grip anywhere. You mean that's like every week for some drivers. And I'd say that because they're fired up. Kyle Busch has a ton of desire to run well. He's been patient publicly. I'm okay if he loses his mind on the radio because he cares. But look, big adjustments plus 8. That's what Danielle just told us. That's heading the right way. Look, Kyle can easily light this on fire in the media, and he doesn't. I'm pretty impressed with what he's doing.
Disappointing for him because they've been so good on the road courses. You know, a couple of top 5s this year racing on the road. And you talk about veteran drivers frustrated. Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin in that same category.
Yeah, Denny lost a few spots right here, getting off the racetrack with the 7. Denny's back to the field, struggling with the balance of the car as well, riding on board with Kyle Busch during this accident. They just get up over the hill and lose the back of the car. Look how dirty the racetrack is. And that's from the 54 Tigers and other cars that have cut the inside of that turn in turn 2. And you come up over that hill, it's wide, you don't know any of that's there. You end up sliding through because you drive into a corner you think's clean. Same thing down here in turn 11. All that dirt is getting drugged down into the entry of this turn, into the entry of the pit road. You got to be aware of that, adjusting your braking zone and how hard you charge into these corners. But you know, that's a tough issue for the 11 in turn 2, but he doesn't have a very fast race car today. They're going to have to work on it.
Right behind them, oh, now you see the leader has everyone stacked up. We have the 88, 24, 54, 19. I'm surprised at how they've been able to stay in close proximity to the 88 of Shane Van Gisbergen up to this point. Just makes you wonder how hard they're running out there out front, Marty.
Yeah, Dale, I asked Stephen Moore, the crew chief for
No crutches necessary. Kyle Busch wins at Sonoma. That was a great day.
There's been no official radio communication about that, but yes, he can see that from their stage 1 pace to their stage 2 pace. But then Shane had a very interesting question about William Byron. Listen to this radio.
Jaden, were you watching that day? That was before I knew you.
Slight difference, but a lot closer. They came close to where we started.
So, Steve, I find that very interesting. It's the same question that Shane Van McGee.
That race, in my opinion, kind of marks the start of the second half of his career.
In William Byron's car.
Like, if that makes any sense. Like, the injury was kind of like...
Well, yesterday, it was a junior motorsports car or a junior motorsports car.
I don't know, like... Chapter 1 was, like, up until, like, the 2014 Auto Club win. And then the Sonoma win was sort of like Chapter 2.
Maybe too many ingredients of what makes the suit magical. But why does it matter? It's just a monster adjustment for this race car. So see Briscoe go by the 54. Air pressure in general is just one of the biggest adjustments that crew chiefs make, so there's something he's not liking.
Allo, what about the guy running second, William Byron?
Well, he's hanging on to the bumper of that 88. They made those rears better. Everyone was talking about the lack of grip. But William Byron says the rear of the car is much better now. It has to make the front better now, right? It's affecting one side of the the car, affecting the front. That's what the improvement that he wants. He's hanging there with Shane Van Gisbergen.
Just an interesting mix, as Adam just a good report Alan has on William and what the car is better. But, I mean, look how many cars are in line. I mean, just look. I mean, there's 1, 2, there's 10 cars in the same turn 11 at the same time. This is crazy.
Well, and I look at these drivers inside the top 10, and there's a lot of drivers up there that are accustomed to having success.
Yeah, it's looking really dark outside.
Chase Elliott, there you see Chris Buescher.
On the stream, it looks like it's night. It's not.
Entering the conversation is Michael McDowell.
It's just really dark because of the
in his qualifying effort. You
clouds.
Just a little bit there before we went green.
Storming
here, courtesy of HBO Max. But man, McDowell is up to 9th and starting to put himself into the game. Second here a season ago.
Yeah, trying to close in. He's got good speed in this car. Need a little bit of track position. Got to work some magic during the stage breaks or before flipping the stage. Be able to try to we can go up there and try to challenge.
Right now, a lot of people on the same plan. The yellow is really where the real intersection's going to come. We got the head one. It ran pretty clean yesterday. On board Buescher right here. This BuiltSummerEats.com. It's turn 10. I think it's underrated how easy it is to just get left right there. And then you see those white jersey barriers. You don't get too far left and you got a big issue.
Oh, he drives down in there. The 12 moves up another spot as we see right out in front. Blaney has passed the 20 of Christopher Bell, and now he's passed Ty Gibbs.
And now
up the 4th.
Now he's behind Chase Briscoe. A little bit of ground, but we remember the radio.
Guess you're going 1.767. Yep, looks like it.
I remember what happened.
Maybe that yellow I was saying we didn't have. Maybe Blaney's trying to get his way back up there and deliver one.
Gibbs would be okay with that, I think, even though it's his teammate involved. Gibbs needs to win.
So just put it in perspective, 5th place is 5 seconds closer to the leader than he was last stage. So the whole field is condensed for sure.
Well, less than 5 seconds now separating the top 9. That was not the conversation we were having earlier.
Briscoe.
Look at Briscoe.
He heard you.
Yeah, he did.
Check that mirror. He's like, I gotta go. Blaney's coming.
Van Gisbergen lead. Briscoe now second. Byron, Blaney, Gibbs, your top 5. 14 laps to go. It's stage 2, and it's a beautiful day at an awesome racetrack.
When Ram killed the Hemi V8, people had opinions. We got it wrong, and we're fixing it. You hear that? That's our Hemi, and it's saying, I'm back. You want more? Buckle up. Ram's coming back to NASCAR. Let's go, baby. We're back in American motorsport. The Hemi's back. We ain't going anywhere.
Harbor Freight tools keep getting better with time. Better performance, better durability, better value. Come on in and see for yourself. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
You can run the perfect race.
Denny Hamlin leading the pack on the final lap.
And then, boom.
Oh, Hamlin's hit. Hamlin is out of it.
That's true in racing and life. When debt hits hard, National Debt Relief helps you take control, so you can pay less than you owe in less time than you think. When life wrecks your finances, National Debt Relief helps you get back on track. Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started today.
This melty white American cheese is the luckiest cheese alive. It gets to smother a quarter pound of rich steak to create Arby's cheesesteak. Sorry, other cheese. Arby's, we have the meat.
Welcome to a whole lot more on the line. More drivers going head-to-head means more stakes, more grit, and more to prove. The challenge is on. 32 drivers enter $1 million showdown. 5 races of bracket-busting matchups. More pressure, more risk, and more reward. Only on TNT and streaming on Max. Welcome to the in-season challenge. Welcome to NASCAR.
Back at Sonoma, and now we look at our Xfinity fastest lap. Surprise, surprise. Shane Van Gisbergen top of the board. William Byron is there. And Ryan Preece doing it again in the 60. Having a good day, coming off his best ever finish on the road last weekend in Chicago, Alan.
He is, and there was a time you would not pick Ryan Preece as a road course racer, but it's been a nice slow progression. He qualified second in Mexico, had a nice comeback in that race. As you said, 7th last week, his best finish ever on a road course there, and now he's driven up 10 spots already, and he told the team, we made great changes overnight. If we have long runs, we're going to be really good, Danielle.
Well, Alan, Tyler Reddick right now is running in the 11th position. They said, go back to where you were on brake bias because we are getting beat on exit. Tyler would love $1 million to win the in-bracket challenge, but right now, I think what he wants a little bit more is a win to lock himself into the playoffs. I asked Billy Scott, what will it take to beat SVG? He said something like last week at Chicago where we had a tire advantage on him, or we can beat him if he makes a mistake.
Yeah, they were one of those drivers and teams at a crossroads on strategy. They said, let's bring him in, put him on offense. I like that with Reddick. And you talk about other drivers in the top 15 today. Can't say enough about Brad Keselowski in 12.
Yeah, last time by, the second fastest car on the racetrack, just minding his P's and Q's. You said it, Dale. It sounds easy, but just keep it on the pavement. That's what Brad Keselowski has done. You see he started just outside the top 20. He's just outside the top 10 right now.
Joey Logano inside the top 15. One career road course win for him. Came Watkins Glen 10 years ago, 22, doing a nice job.
And this has been a hotly contested little battle right here between him and the 99 of Suarez, and one back there as well, Chastain. All those guys in a little gaggle right here throughout this whole run.
Give him emotion for the 99, right? He's won here before, but then he comes here looking for a ride for next year. It's been announced that he will not return to Trackhouse. Chastain is Chastain.
Oh, around goes Suarez. He turned his teammate, Chastain. Not on purpose, but.
Bowman trying to take advantage and drive through.
His own teammate, it was a stack up, obviously not on purpose. I'm going to have to take another look at it, whether Logano kind of checks Suarez up.
No, man, that was, Suarez saw the block, or saw the, the dive bomb of the one. One's trying to outbrake his
Chastain
teammate.
literally did not mean to.
To the inside here to outbrake his teammate. Suarez says, nope, I'm going to block that. And they are just both overcommitted. And so, Chastain has to use the 99 to slow himself down. And that's going to send
Kyle Busch up to 25th, bro. We're moving up.
Replay of him struggling with his car in the braking zone.
I see what you're saying. The 99 dive bombs, and he's going so much faster, that's full commitment. And when his lane's taken away by the 99, his only option is to hit him.
Yeah. Man, that's frustrating. And I wonder if there was a plan. Suarez knows he's going to be there next year. Does he treat him differently in that braking zone, right? But now that he knows, hey, you're not my teammate anymore. I'm going to roll the block. I'm going to block you here. That kind of cost him.
Logano got hit in the bumper, and he was checking his mirror to see what was happening.
Yeah. That's going to pay off, though. You really can't say enough about Chastain, who, ran it long, got the stage win, and now is back inside the top 15. Here's Bowman 15th, and he's got company. Austin Cindric is there.
Cindric's got some real big Austin knows that car. He's running in the back of somebody pretty hard to knock the grill back.
And the hood, you see it right side of the hood.
Suns are playing in the Summer League right now. They're in the fourth quarter. Just started it. They're down 74 to 66 to the Atlanta Hawks.
Disappointed for him because of the speed that they showed last week in Chicago, and just got wrecked early, couldn't pay it off.
We saw him fly that tire really bad over there in 8A when they had this 42, I think, got spun around. Or if he flat spotted the tire and had to get to pit road. Five Larson trying to rebound from a pretty abysmal beginning of this race. He's now 17th in this 5 car. You see still struggling in the braking zone. The rear's locking up into turn 7. We get back to Zane Smith in the 38, one of our bracket contenders going up against Gibbs in the head-to-head today. Behind us, 5 Larson.
Dale, you said it. We're all a little quiet about the 5 numbers, but they have been cold over the summer.
Yeah. This guy here, Zane Smith, worked really hard to get better and starting to show some of the flashes of what he could be. I really believe that, should this team get better, find himself in a more competitive race car, he's got what it takes, got the talent to do it. Marty, what you got on this 2 car?
Just to clean up where that contact came from. Remember John Hunter Nemechek spinning it earlier in the race, Junior? Austin Cindric was the man who hit him. So when they had that big stack up, they were 3 wide earlier in the race. It was Austin Cindric, and that's the damage on the 2.
That's more damage than I thought he got during that wreck. Might be hurting his 2 car.
8 laps to go, stage 2.
Need to go on the stage.
Let's start thinking strategy. We'll break it all down for you when we return on TNT.
When it comes to your wireless plan, don't settle for less. Get more with a free 5G phone and real unlimited data from Straight Talk. More ways to connect. I love you, more reasons to share. And when you spend less with Straight Talk, you can get more moments to yourself by getting something for them. Switch to Straight Talk and get a free 5G phone on us, on America's most reliable 5G network. Find us at Walmart and straighttalk.com.
Can you believe this, man?
Everyone's getting that new Simply Safe outdoor monitoring. Now they can help prevent crime before it even happens.
How do we compete with AI-powered outdoor cameras that alert live agents of an intruder?
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on the way.
Whoa! I didn't even see those guys.
So what about us now?
Luckily, I'm pretty adorable. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
What's good, NASCAR fans? They say rubbing is racing and betting is better with DraftKings. From race winner to driver props and everything in between, the DraftKings Sportsbook is waving the green flag on all the action. Speaking of green, here's how you can take a shot at some this week. DraftKings Sportsbook is an authorized gaming operator of NASCAR. And this week, DraftKings has an exclusive offer for racing fans. Just download the app and use the promo code SPEED when you sign up.
At the Glen, the thrill isn't just on the track. It's in the campground, the grandstands, and the heart of every fan. This August, a full-throttle festival comes to upstate New York. Camp under the stars, then witness the brightest stars of NASCAR battle for a crucial playoff spot. This is racing. This is the best weekend of your summer. This is the Glen. NASCAR weekend at Watkins Glen. Get your tickets now at theglen.com.
Superman, only in theaters, now playing.
It's fascinating that SVG has led both stages, and they look so much different. This Ty Gibbs car, I kept looking down, and he is really sinking in the running order. Priest is now by, Gibbs back to 10th.
We saw him miss the turn in 11th, and that car has gotten extremely loose. We just lost another spot there to Priest, dropping all the way back to 10th. Marty, what you got?
Yeah, Junior, hard to believe Ty Gibbs was running 3rd earlier in the stage, all the way back to the 10th position right now. Chris Gabehart said, I can see it on SMT. When you go back to the gas, the rear end just wants to snap around. Everybody else is not doing that, so they feel like they didn't go far enough to tighten up that 54 car.
Very interesting to see so many people with problems. But this new tire that they brought to the road course this year, Steve, has really been a big gain in terms of making these races more dynamic.
Adam's laughing because he knows where I'm going. I went and saw Alan Gustafson today, and he goes, well, we went to Dakota, and the cars had no grip. Everybody says because the track was changed. Then we went to Mexico City, and everybody had no grip, and everybody said it's because we were 7,000 feet. He goes, now we're in Sonoma, we still have no grip. He goes, I'm starting to believe it's this tire. And I started laughing.
How long is it going to take us to figure this out?
Even me, he goes, I didn't think that was the case on Thursday, but standing here on Sunday, I'm starting to really think it's a tire.
And just a reminder that Chris Buescher, all he does in the next gen era is finish top 5 in Sonoma. Just quietly drives up there. Here he is, 5th with 5 to go on the stage. It's just like clockwork, Marty.
Adam, it truly is with Chris Buescher, not only on all the road courses, but especially here at Sonoma. His worst finish last 3 races here, 4th, and he has done it in workmanlike fashion today. Remember, he got knocked off the track very early in the race. He's methodically worked his way up through the field, making genuine passes, and just told Scott Graves a moment ago, Steve, you love to hear this as a crew chief. No changes, very happy with the car.
No changes, very happy. 5 to go, coming to 4 to go. Pit road is going to become a very busy place. SVG keeping the field condensed tells me that this is basically going to look like a yellow flag pit stop. 71 pitted. There you go, a couple have peeled off. Here comes
People are pitting.
So
Reddick's pitting.
Just in case a yellow comes
Bell's
out, you get
pitting.
your pit stop done. 20 in front of you, Alan.
great recovery for Christopher Bell. Remember, he had that incident out there on the track, was able to drive back up. Not good on the long run. He says the car needs longevity. 4 tires, adjustment, and fuel for Christopher Bell, Marty.
Speaking of terrific drives, how about Michael McDowell? Started 15th today and has slowly worked his way up into the top 10. Travis Peterson told him in the middle of this run, with the pace you're running right now, our playbook could maybe be a little bit more open in stage 3. Stay tuned for that before Fresh Goodyear's going on right now.
I like that combination of numbers, 7 and 1. Both McDowell and Buscher really impressive in this race. More pit stops in front of you, Danielle.
Alex Bowman is in now. 4 tires, fuel is the call, wedge and air pressure adjustments. That's what Blake Harris told Alex Bowman.
Pit road is busy, leader on the racetrack, so he might stay out because he could come at 2 to go. No surprise if he stays on the racetrack. What do the next do? 19 feels he's close enough. He can pit with 2 to go. These guys probably have to make a decision. All right, William Byron, he comes. Buscher chases him. So they're going to come around and see who comes down pit road. This is slippery right here. Look at Buscher right up on his bumper, all the way to the yellow line, trying to give his team an advantage.
Speed there?
Yeah, the 24 William Byron just fading there on the long run for the first time today. He told the team, look, it's not super pretty.
Byron and Buscher on pit road.
That's what he's been doing with 4 tires for William Byron, Marty Snyder.
Elliott's on pit road. Priest, Gibbs, Kozlowski, Logano, Herbst, Gilliland on pit road. Bunch of guys on pit road right now.
Don't want any changes here. Just 4 fresh Goodyear tires pitting with 3 to
Kyle's
go
the
in stage
14th.
2.
I was nervous for Buscher there because when they came in, they came across the yellow line.
Kyle
and they
to
start
7th.
tracking pit road speed. It almost felt like he was accelerating. Maybe an optical
7th
illusion, but I was
place.
concerned.
Trying to get them stage points.
Into the top 10.
Never know when it might matter.
Grab a few more stage points, similar to what Bubba Wallace did in stage 1.
Wait, I look at Blaney. They ran at long one a stage last week at Chicago to get a playoff point. Chastain did it earlier today.
All right, here comes the 88 on the pit road.
SVG's pitting, Briscoe's pitting.
Chase him as well, so the 88 will pit. Now it's going to be where they blend back on the racetrack. You see the map in the upper left. The 24 of Byron has already pitted, so it's going to be a blend of these two back onto the racetrack.
Blaney's pitting. So Ross once again will not pit, and it looks like he'll sweep the stages.
Steve, Chase Briscoe running second behind SVG. The team asked him a few laps ago for a check on the balance. He said, balance is good. I do need more forward drive. They said, okay, we'll give it to you, but you have good pace and good rhythm. Keep it up.
Oh, will SVG lose the lead? He might not.
Stephen Doran making the call here. And it's interesting because stage 1, SVG talked the entire time about how the car went way too free during that
We know he will,
this
yeah.
run here in stage 2. Not a mention about the handling of the car.
Larson takes the lead.
Potential in that 88.
Oh, you see those guys blend up.
Kyle's in
Here comes
third.
Buscher and Byron, so they will leave pit road in front of Buscher. Even Blaney will jump
No,
out.
fifth.
Sure
No,
how
third.
it's all gonna
Yeah.
cycle around.
Right on board with the 17 of Buscher.
5-2, 5-3. All right, we'll just manage here. Take care of yourself.
Mike Carter Jr., the spotter, giving him great information.
So Larson is leading.
Blaney comes out behind the 17, right in between Buscher and Byron.
For Larson, who's continuing to lead, he's got to basically do what Chastain did. He's probably thinking, I don't know if I can beat SVG. I'd love to win a race, go on to my 3rd win here. But winning a stage is a lot of points, that playoff point, finding some value in their day.
This is the first time that Larson has led laps since the Coca-Cola 600, which is amazing.
Let's listen to some audio of 88.
I would take care of stuff. I think we need to point.
Yeah. 8 stage points is good.
Oh, I like this. So now they kind of turn the valve on to the 88 and see if you can pit and win the stage. This is going to be a little bit of a precursor for what we see Kid, the 88 running down with only a lap to go.
Well, it's also a little bit of a role reversal because if you go back to 2021, Larson won stage 2 and then won the race. In fact, he swept the stages. It's kind of unheard of, but
Here comes SVG, though, back to the lead. Oh, they made contact. Oh, my God. Larson's coming back. They're racing like this is the fucking finish of the race.
I got to tell you, I was ready to give it to him, and Shane Van Gisbergen said, no, you're
Wow.
not.
SVG back to the lead.
Congratulate Cliff Daniels on a great strategy of winning a stage.
You
take care of yourself. We'll be coming back to they've decided to stay out here, and they've kind of put themselves in a tough spot when they do have to come to pit road and give up a ton of track position, Steve. It's been a tough, miserable afternoon so far for Larson. Take a replay of this, Take a replay of this race, or this pass for the lead, and a little contact down here at the bottom of 3. Riding on board with Shane as he goes to the outside, which will now be the inside of turn 3.
And SVG comes around with a dramatic last lap of stage 2. SVG is going to win stage 2 at Sonoma Raceway.
A stage earlier this year at Mexico City, went on to win the race. All of his stage victories coming on the road. And he doesn't win the stage. Good points for Larson, and we have to highlight Bubba Wallace, who once again runs it long and gets some great points. We're coming back for the final stage in a moment.
So that was about a 34-minute, 18-second green flag run right there for stage 2. I'm going to go pee.
Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Realize you got this. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Get live expert assistance to maximize your tax savings.
I can help with that.
Get back to doing what you love. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks, your way to money.
We should take a trip as a family.
Yes, if you can leave your work behind.
Strictly family time.
Hutch, you're on vacation in a town run by the international cartels. You didn't take your family there, did you?
Yeah.
There's no way you were just some family man.
Find this nobody. I told you.
Vacation! Nobody 2, rated R. Only in theaters August 15th.
Reaching your financial goals can feel impossible. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
It's Pod's last sale of the summer. Save up to 25% on moving and storage until July 21st. And see why Pods is the most awarded container moving company. But don't wait. Book now and save up to 25% at pods.com.
You've heard about the Willoughby Challenge. This is exactly what happens behind the scenes. Just one phone call to Craig here, and he can shop you around the many different insurance vendors to do whatever he can to save you money. The math is simple.
Oh, look what I just found. I can save you $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year.
Think about what you could spend that extra $1,200 on. Make this the year you save money. Call Craig Willoughby, tell him how much you pay in insurance, and see if he can beat it.
Tropic Fan Fest is on at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. This week, our fans are lining up and the free smoothies are pouring out. Join Tropic Rewards and get a free smoothie with Bowler Food purchase. Sign up today and feel the smoothie love through Sunday.
You forget the rest when you bring out the best.
Yeah, it's been a pretty boring race, but that stage end was fun.
NASCAR Cup Series racing on TNT is brought to you by Arby's. We have the meats. Chewy for life with pets. There's Chewy with everything. And by Straight Talk Wireless. Real unlimited data for fans of fast. Official partner of NASCAR. Today, road racing for the second consecutive week. Next weekend, we're heading to Dover, the Monster Mile. Hard to Friday, 5 Eastern on FS1. Xfinity busy day on Saturday. All the action on CW. Cup practice and qualifying Saturday on True TV at 1:30. Sunday, we've got the Monster Mile coming your way on TNT, and we can't wait for it. Napa onboard camera looking. Driver Chase Elliott, winner a couple of weeks ago. His home track Atlanta Motor Speedway. I should say Echo Park Speedway.
Yeah, come on.
I know.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, let's see. Here, I'm going to do a little drawing. Dale pointed this out. Check this out. We talk about the mirror all the time. There's a perfect example of the digital mirror that he's able to do. That's off the back of the roof. And basically looking back, and he has in a position there where he can just check that thing nice and easy. Man. It's too good. I think they should get rid of it.
I think they should get rid of it.
I thought that was crazy. crazy the first time I heard, but I'm kind of with Dale. I think the art of blocking and stuff needs to be a communication with your spotters. You see now the cars coming to pit road who have yet to pit. Larson and Bush, Bubba Wallace, who you mentioned, got so many points.
Alan? Yeah, just a rough day for the 5 teams. Still trying to find that rear grip with every adjustment. They're going to put 4 tires on it, keep working on it. They did get some stage points there. Bubba Wallace, a win for him so far. 15 stage points on the day. He said he lost all his left side grip in the last few laps of that stage. We'll try to put a fix on it, Danielle.
Kyle Busch finished that second stage in third, wanted to get those precious stage points as well, Alan. And remember that last stop? It was a lengthy stop because Kyle was so unhappy with the car. He just told Randall Burnett, whatever adjustments you did then made everything better. It was so good, I wish I could have it again.
You know, planning strategy at a road course is so challenging, but today it's exaggerated by the fact that Shane Van Gisbergen has been so strong. Larson wins the race off pit road, Busch and Wallace behind him. Final stage from Sonoma next.
You deserve the best. At Harbor Freight, you can afford it. Performance, durability, affordability. Only one place does it all. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
When you need a lift, you could use a big financial friend. Your BFF, Experian. Strong enough to help you push past financial obstacles. So even when you have a big expense, you have new solutions that can make a big difference. Well, you do have that big financial friend, wherever your journey takes you. Experian.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Only in theaters.
Hello again. How excited I am to meet you. Oh man.
Invitation delivered.
Let's show and tell, baby.
Be careful. They're on their way. Order Paramount Plus with Showtime on Channel 865 HD.
Fios customers can try Verizon Wireless for free for 90 days with no commitment and no disruption to your current mobile plan. Pretty cool, right? Enrolling in Discover Verizon Mobile is simple. Just visit go.vzw.com/90-day trial. Or download the My Verizon app and enroll in minutes. Plus, Fios Internet customers can save $15 a month on their bill when adding any Verizon mobile phone plan. Don't wait and get more of what you love with Verizon.
Unofficial rules. Rules like only pass cars on the left. Don't drive on the grass. When you win, be humble. You know what they say. Rules are made to be broken. You in?
And Harry Kane scores another goal. Is there anything Harry can't do since switching to new Skechers football boots? Checkmate. Incredible. That's impressive. This guy can do anything in Skechers.
New Skechers football. It's comfort that performs.
This relief lap sponsored by National Debt Relief. When debt hits hard, National Debt Relief gets you back on track. Carson Hocevar, 1 lap down, gets back to the lead lap here. He is scored back in the 36th position. And now our progressive race recap. Ross Chastain runs it long, wins the opening stint of the race. Shane Van Gisbergen, incredible pits and still wins stage 2. It's been a quiet day with that caution flag.
That's rare when you flip a stage and still win it. So pretty incredible pace by SVG.
Leading 53 at 58 laps, Shannon.
Really incredible by SVG, putting on an absolute clinic. I want to talk about that 5 car, though. We've said Kyle Larson more in the last few minutes than we have in the last couple of weeks. What do you make of what they just tried to do?
Well, Shannon, it's obviously been a struggle, and he won this race last year. He's actually won it twice in the last 5 years. And I think back to the 5 car, they win at Kansas. He does that Indy doubleheader, and the 5 car has struggled by the standards that we hold them to. Only 1 top 5 finish since then. But the car that I think has a chance to beat SVG is the 19. I know that they said Shane was saving tires a little bit right there, but when I looked at those last 4 or 5 laps, the 19's pace was very similar. If he can get ahead of Shane right here and try to get control of this race, I think he's got a shot at it.
What do you think?
Well, I've been keeping my eye on the 8 of Kyle Busch. Came in this race 46 points below the cut line. Had been the second fastest car on road courses this season. They were abysmal in stage 1. Kyle said there was no grip in that car. They did massive changes, and he just felt that like they had made some improvements in the rear of that race car. But really interesting to see the 8 struggling as much as he has on the road courses. And this tire has been amazing. How it falls off suddenly has caught a lot of teams for a loop.
Steve, I heard you guys up there reacting to SVG flipping the stage and then going on and winning. And how deflating is it for a driver inside the race car? And as a crew chief, what do you say to your guy?
Well, I think when we heard the update to Ty Gibbs that he has great speed, not SVG speed, but great speed, told me the story. They've just put him in a class of his own, right? They're basically not saying he can't be beat, but he has such an advantage that they're almost kind of ignoring him on their adjustments, not dialing their car out to try to beat him.
Now let's go to something that happened on the pit lane here just a little bit ago as we were heading toward the end of stage 2.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an issue getting down into turn 11. The 6 shifts to 54 of Ty Gibbs, or the 17 actually does that. And so, watching riding on board, Christopher Buescher doesn't like the block, says, hey, I'll send it in there a little farther. 54 is lucky not to spin out right there. And then on pit road, there was a little bit more of an issue, maybe we'll see later, between the 6 and the 54's pit crews. A little bit of an argument and a tussle on pit road. So RFK and Joe Gibbs Racing kind of going at it today. A little bit of a feud brewing.
Big story to watch, final stage of the race. Ryan Preece in the 60, Bubba Wallace 23. They've had 2 different thoughts on strategy. Where do they net out on points? They came in separated by 2 at the cut line. Front row for the restart to begin this final stage. Shane Van Gisbergen, Chase Briscoe.
All right, going back green.
Just win, you can make it.
Past halfway.
Here are the drivers.
Green flags in the air. Stage 3 is underway.
That's a really good launch right there by the 19 of Briscoe. SVG is going to be in a great spot though at the top of the hill, but still, first time he's really had a battle side by side out of turn 2. Now the 19 of Briscoe's on the inside of the preferred line. How aggressive does he get? Shane's going to be on the inside now. Turn 3A going to take the spot away. Into turn 4, Briscoe's going to try to slide in behind. Now we're going to go around that corner.
Oh! Someone's in the tire barrier. That's going to be a caution. Noah Gregson.
Trying to get that car fired.
That's not going to happen.
Gets so tight coming off a 3.
Did it look like he got fired up?
That's where he got shoved off. Single file out front. And some drivers, you know, top 7, 8 positions we haven't seen there today. Buescher is good as he's been in the running.
Did he get back on?
Preece all over the back bumper of that 20 car.
Yes, he did.
That's Christopher Bell. And Ty Gibbs as well. Ty Gibbs dives to the inside of Preece.
Chase Elliott going after his teammate. 9 inside of the 24, William Byron.
A lot of contact down here.
That's happening in front of Michael McDowell. McDowell up to 7.
The hill. Still this battle goes on between Preece. Preece gets a little contact from the 54. He's going to battle back down the straightaway here. A little short shoot into turn 3.
Did you see that fake kick out from under him when he caught some dirt?
Oh, there's still more contact right here. Here comes Bowman to the inside of the 45 in turn 4.
Season challenge, not head-to-head, but both alive for the $1 million. Bowman and Reddick.
Chastain, Keselowski, a lot of side-by-side through turn 7 right here. Continuing to argue off into the S's. The 1 and the 6 side-by-side.
Just behind them quietly in the top 15, Zane Smith, 38.
Crag gets ran wide right there out of turn 8. Zane Smith gets around the 6. Brad now has the run to the inside for turn 11, back up front. The 12 of Blaney to the inside of the 17 as they battle side by side out of turn 11.
This track has been racy today. I mean, Van Gisbergen has been in control out front.
Oh!
No, look at this side.
Blaney! Blaney's off the track and into the tire barrier. Oh, wow, no, yeah, he's on the tire barrier, but he ain't getting out of that. Oh, and around goes Bubba. Caution.
Turn 2. Caution is out. First one for incident today.
Hamlin's around.
The 11 of Hamlin. His day continues to get worse.
So that was about a 2-minute and 2-second green flag run.
There was a lot going on there.
We're just getting started, guys. This is how these third stages tend to go here.
That was a little aggressive. Shit hit the fan, yeah.
But, you know, the gloves come off. But, you know, it's funny about that. A little bit of the opposite
And Blaney,
of what we saw here last year.
I've never seen a car end up there.
First 2 stages, no cautions, final stage, and
I hope the 17 gets loose.
Yeah, I've never seen a car end up there here. I mean, that's...
This guy in the 12 car is Blaney. Already frustrated by how the 19
That's
ran
yeah.
earlier in the race.
That's a first.
And that's really going to have him hot. But he didn't get taken care of there. Racing side by side through this part of the racetrack, you kind of got to give each other a little grace. And you would expect Busher to be able to do that 9 times out of 10. And just got away from him right there. We talk about the sealer on the racetrack speed.
Yeah, Busher.
If, underestimating the lack of grip. Look how sideways they are. Both of them really lucky, honestly.
Yeah, Busher didn't go around. He saved that there. That was impressive.
Just missing the end of that barrier. That could have been catastrophic.
I believe that was the area last year where Blaney's teammate Cindric almost went upside down. Bubba was 22nd when he went for a ride. Hamlin was 30th. Back in a moment.
Your mental health is better. But having uncontrollable body movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia, can feel embarrassing.
I asked my doctor about treating my TD with
Ingrezza. #1 prescribed Ingrezza is clinically proven to treat TD, quickly reducing TD movements by greater than 5 times at 2 weeks. 98% of people were still satisfied with Ingrezza after 2 years, and you can keep taking most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior, mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
taking control starts with asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
Tropic Fan Fest is on at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. This week, our fans are lining up and the free smoothies are pouring out. Join Tropic Rewards and get a free smoothie with bowler food purchase. Sign up today and feel the smoothie love through Sunday.
You forget the rest when you bring out the best.
Tropic Fan Fest is on at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. This week, our fans are lining up and the free smoothies are pouring out. Join Tropic Rewards and get a free smoothie with bowler food purchase. Sign up today and feel the smoothie love through Sunday.
You forget the rest when you bring out the best.
Getting 5% cash back on the monthly category I choose when I pay with my PayPal debit card. You gonna go? You can pay your own way. I use PayPal to buy this ticket, paying it off over time. No fees, no interest.
No one else has no interest? Me. You can pay your own way.
I'm still in here.
More savings, more flexibility. The rewarding and trusted way to pay. PayPal.
NASCAR Cup Series racing on TNT is brought to you by the Credit One Bank NASCAR American Express Card and by Progressive. Protect your home and business today at progressive.com.
Only a couple takers. McDowell on pit road. Rest of the field stayed out.
That was crazy
is
short.
always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same, with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays. exactly the same.
If you feel held back by the weight of financial decisions, we can give you the tools to help you break free. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Rich, tender Angus steak and melty American cheese. It brings a tear to the eye, but it's not a tear. It's your eyes salivating. Those peepers are drooling for cheese steak. Arby's, we have the meat.
Pre-order now at Samsung.com.
Own a design studio. Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Realize you got this. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Get live expert assistance to maximize your tax savings.
I can help with that.
Get back to doing what you love. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks, your way to money.
Inside of 50 laps to go, you're watching the Toyota Saymart 350 on TNT.
Let's take a look at this. We showed you the replay one time on track between the 17. So let's take another look right here. So 17 into the back of the 54. That's that red and white car. Now let's go on board. I think with the 17, you're going to see it.
Yeah, Busher and Gibbs.
So he shoots a 54 out now, coming onto pit road.
Busher's on a fucking...
Let me show you real quick. Okay, this is the 17's pit box. The 54 is right here. You see the tire carrier. Now let's roll it forward. Watch this
death
54.
run right here.
Go left. Right into the pit box. That might be the 6th pit box. I can't tell if it's the 6 or the 17. And then there's words because it's RFK. It's basically
oh shit.
RFK disagreement.
Oh shit.
On pit road because of what happened.
Oh shit. What the fuck?
Danielle.
Yeah, that tire carrier's name
they were
is
fucking
Kelvin McClurkin.
shoving
a
little bit.
When the 54 came in, I was
yelling and shoving. No punches, but
Ty Gibbs' car hit my hands and twisted my wrist. I was able to complete the stop, but it slowed Brad's stop. He said, my wrist and my hands are okay. I am going to continue. I'm fine, but he wanted to walk over to the 54 pit and show his displeasure.
This is worth telling the story because we have another pit stop. And I will say, and I would say that he's here. I'm okay with the pushing and shoving on the racetrack. Unimpressed with the 54's move right there. I think you're in a 3,500-pound race car, and those pit crew guys are jumping out in front of it. We only had one look at it. I have to see a few more. But if Ty Gibbs really did make a move in a pit crew member, I think NASCAR should take a look at it. What do you have on the 12, Alan?
Well, they're just assessing the damage from running off track there. They pulled out some fender there. Now they're looking under the right front. Yes, you can see there. Looks like they might pop the hood up to see what damage may have caused under that. They just want to make sure they can assess it, get that fast car back out there. Ryan Blaney came on the radio and said, look, did I give him enough room, during this incident? And they said, look, the replay we saw, yeah, you did. So they're trying to calm the driver down, fix the car, and get that 12 car back out there again.
46 to go. There's a lot going on.
And we did have a few drivers come down pit road under this caution, Marty, among them Michael McDowell.
Yeah, Travis Peterson told Michael McDowell, we are coming down pit road, and McDowell said, no matter what, yes, they were coming down pit road because according to Travis Peterson, Steve, they can make it to the end of the race. Now, the big question, obviously, we've seen massive tire wear and lap times go down as the run goes on. Pretty big here at Sonoma this weekend. So McDowell will restart 29th, but in their mind, they fuel-wise can make it to the end of the race. The big question is, how will those tires hold up?
Well, I think this is 7 races to the playoffs. Michael McDowell came in 24th in points. Travis Peterson is a gambler. I think it's a lower odds gamble because even if he makes it on fuel, I think guys can pit and outrun him. But you can't stand up here and then question every gamble and then get on the pre-race show and hope somebody gambles to win the race. Like, it's a calculated risk. There's a huge chance of paying off, But I would love to be proved wrong. Travis Peterson and McDowell have manufactured some impressive runs with creative pit strategy.
Travis must feel like the other strategy of staying out was going to get beat. So right. Yeah, I love this. I love what the playoffs have created, and we see gambles like this.
Cindric, Suarez, Ty Dillon also pitted there. By the way, Ryan Blaney, we talked about his situation. He's one lap down. Ready for the restart here.
Put your boxing gloves on.
Oh, my.
I don't think it's going to get calmer.
Eventually, maybe we'll take the gloves off, right? Put them on the table.
Get ready to go back green.
Front row just like the last time. Van Gisbergen in the control car next to Chase Briscoe. Here they come to the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone.
Green flag back in the air.
A little bit better launch right here from the 88 of SVG up the hill.
Still left side door. Still left side. Still their corner clear.
Byron through to third. Top three single file. They're wrestling for fourth. Busher and Elliott.
Yeah, Chase Elliott got himself here in the top five. That number 9 car.
Look at Byron looking to the inside. Turn 4 on Briscoe. Christopher Bell getting aggressive on the restart. Elliott gets fourth. Here comes Bell for a spot inside the top 5.
Brad Gay back there 3 wide to the inside. Almost spins himself out.
Oh, too wide through the S's, Byron. Lifted. But he's back on the offensive. Look at this. 9 to 10. This is a tough place to push and shove down the hill. Oh, the 9 has a great run through 10 right here.
Oh, he lost it. Got a little wide right there. Now he's under defense. Trying to keep that 20 behind him. Oh, they all overrun the corner. Big Diamonds. Way up the racetrack in the middle of turn 11. So slick down here.
Kyle Reddick back up to 8th. They've gotten quiet. Gibbs is there racing him for position.
Gibbs trying to rebound. It's been a rough day after starting off with a lot of speed in this 54.
RFK, 2 cars in the top 7. Busher 6th, 3-7.
And they're arguing over this spot pretty hard. Gibbs is going to take it right there. 45 trying to stay there in the braking zone. Here comes Bowman into the conversation.
Brad Keselowski there. Chastain on the stage. Kyle Larson getting with it.
Bowman around the outside of Reddick right here is going to get 2 for 1.
What a mess down to the S's. Larson nets out in front.
Larson in the middle on all that too. Yeah, that worked out pretty good for Alex. Those 2 Toyotas were arguing there for those spots. They continue to do so.
Bunch of California drivers in that group. Zane Smith is there. Talk about Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick. Cole Custer as well, top 15, driver from California. Inside the top 10 gives me an opportunity to say belated happy birthday to the boss. Mr. H celebrated yesterday. Happy birthday to him. It's Shane Van Gisbergen leading here in Sonoma.
At Napa, we're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you need us. With every part you need. Brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California. To oil filters for your fleet in Orange County, Florida. It's why we built a nationwide network of parts and exceptional service, all driven by one mission: to keep businesses big, small, and everything in between moving full speed ahead.
It's Pod's last sale of the summer. Save up to 25% on moving and storage until July 21st. And see why Pods is the most awarded container moving company. But don't wait. Book now and save up to 25% at pods.com.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same. with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same.
Rich, tender Angus steak and melty American cheese. It brings a tear to the eye, but it's not a tear. It's your eyes salivating. Those peoples are drooling for cheese steak. Arby's, we have the meat.
This is
Shark Week starts next Sunday at 8 on Discovery.
NASCAR on TNT and the in-season challenge heat up in Dover.
The monster. Dover for the semifinal, place that I love. It's intense.
Pretty gnarly track. A lot of G-forces. A physically demanding race.
The chase is on. Coverage begins next Sunday at 1:30 on TNT.
Talk about going off to Dover, Delaware next weekend. Cup cars, Xfinity cars there as well. Xfinity action Saturday, 4 Eastern on CW. Dale Jr.'s team trying to continue the win streak. Been rolling lately.
All guy on concrete. That would be my pick.
I might just pick Connor Zilic.
Well,
he's winning everywhere.
I was going to say, I'm not real sure. He's a hard guy to bet against. Although he did beat the Chewy Top Dog, our man Zilic got it done on him.
Yeah, let's do the Chewy Top Dog. And I was going to give you guys 3 choices here. Shane Van Gisbergen, Shane Van Gisbergen.
So SVG is Mr. 69.
It's been unbelievable lately.
Yeah, it's been pretty incredible. I didn't expect him to have this much of an advantage at this racetrack. We've talked about it at length about how good he is in Mexico City and Chicago. And we come to these road courses where there's a lot of NASCAR history and experience. And again, this weekend, they have the upper hand.
So, I agree. I was in the same seat as you. Do you feel SVG running this car full-time? I know the ovals just makes it more comfortable, like the car is more natural than when you jump in and out. You know, he runs it every single week. I know it's on our road courses, but he does seem to be very comfortable.
That's a dangerous idea, especially going into Watkins Glen. Still one more road course race left before the playoffs begin. And how much better could he get on the ovals? He's going to have to do it quickly, right? To have some kind of an opportunity to move forward in the playoffs.
I don't think they're going to be like ridiculously rude, but I bet no one cuts slack at Dover or anything. Like, I've been chasing you for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Chicago's only 17th right now.
77 trying to rebound from a pretty rough start in this race. Lost a lap early, got that lap back, sitting in 23rd place right now.
34 Todd Gilroy. Haven't talked about him today. Been quiet. Someone that had success on road courses and has seen the dust. So someone took it off the pavement briefly there.
Right in front of those two, that green car popping out of line right here. There's AJ Allmendinger going by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I don't think we've mentioned his name yet as well. At 16, trying to recover from that spin earlier. He's up inside the top 10 when that happened.
You know, AJ drove that 47 car for a long time, but we should say congratulations, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. making his 200th start today for Hayek. That's the most of anyone driving that 47, so it's been a good run for him. And as we talk about 200, Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell making their 200th career starting cup today, so we congratulate them as well.
John Hunter Nemechek.
It's more than anyone who's running in the 47 for Hayek. So I know AJ ran a lot of races in that car, and so did Bobby Labonte.
Race out, just finds a way to improve. Today they're matched up against one another, the 43 and the 42.
You know, Travis Mack is his crew chief, and Travis, of course,
I know Marcus Ambrose did. I miss Marcus Ambrose, man. It's been 11 years since we've had Marcus Ambrose.
I love this place. I'm like, I bet you do have a winning year in 2022. Great celebration that day for Suarez and everyone at the Trackhouse.
You see that in-season challenge. Breeze just ahead of Reddick right now, 7th and 11th place.
I wonder what he's doing right now.
Just a little bit.
I wonder what Marcus Ambrose is doing right now.
Spots just got passed by Brad Keselowski the last lap. I thought Reddick would really be strong today. Race up into that top 3. Maybe have an opportunity to match the pace of SVG, but at least on this particular run, he was moving forward at the start of the race, but this particular run right now, that 45 car is fading a little bit. There you see it. Brad Keselowski in the 6 is taking a spot. 54, Ty Gibbs gotten around the 45 just a little bit earlier.
I feel like it's been an unpredictable year for Tyler Reddick. High expectations. They haven't won this year. Got that company.
He's not even on social media anymore.
And everything. But I would say this, like top 5 the last 2 weeks, you feel like they're starting to find something. And then, as you said today, just hit and miss on these runs.
So now, as you see, 38 to go, everyone can make it on field if they choose to pit from here. In normal years, you would already be on pit road. You wouldn't worry about it. But with this whole tire wear and grip thing, we might see cars trickle in just a couple at a time. I think this pit window is going to be long and wide open. We'll just have to see. It's a little bit game of chicken right now. You pit first. No, wait, you pit first.
I'm looking out our booth window, and I see all this farmland, and I'm like, it's long, it's wide open. Kind of like the window here to make that final pit stop. 38 to go. We'll get busy when we return.
Yeah. I don't know if they can make it to the end.
Don't miss
people up front.
To race for the millions.
No, I know some people could though.
The NASCAR Powerball Playoff is back. Enter now to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series
Hamlin, I think McDowell
at
could.
Phoenix Raceway, where you could take home $1 million.
Winners contestant number 2.
The race for the million is on.
It feels amazing.
Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR. Home to the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
A Chewy order is on the way.
You have a problem with something in your hotel room? What's going on?
Everything he gets his jaws on. So Mom and Dad used
What's
Chewy
what's
Wild
happening?
to learn that puppyhood can last.
Up to 2 years.
And to get helpful tips on getting wrecks under control. Like trying enrichment toys. And maybe a crate. And definitely a slow feeder. For helpful humans with 24/7 support. For life with pets, there's Chewy.
It's Pod's last sale of the summer. Save up to 25% on moving and storage until July 21st. And see why Pods is the most awarded container moving company. But don't wait. Book now and save up to 25% at pods.com.
This melty white American cheese is the luckiest cheese alive. It gets to smother a quarter pound of rich steak to create Arby's cheesesteak. Sorry, other cheese. Arby's, we have the meat.
Welcome to a whole lot more on the line. More drivers going head-to-head means more stakes, more grit, and more to prove. The challenge is on. 32 drivers enter $1 million showdown. 5 races of bracket-busting matchups.
Our air conditioner machine this morning at 7:30 smelled like it was blowing a hot smell.
Reward. Only on TNT and streaming on Max.
Damn.
Welcome to the
Kind of like my
In-Season
AC.
Challenge. Welcome to NASCAR.
Yeah, me and Dom's AC, when we went to Boston, in the hotel, we kind of had that problem.
A month away from college football season. And all fall, you can watch the Big 12 on the Turner family of networks, TNT, True TV, streaming on HBO Max. I'm looking forward. Football season's just around the corner.
Right on board, or we ride with this 48 right here of Bowman. Lost a few spots. Let's take a look at how that happened. The 6 of Brad Keselowski.
Did you talk to the people at the front desk about it?
Contact into the right rear quarter panel with Bowman. Bowman's like, man, what are we doing? What was that for? Little contact right there. Like Brad going 3 wide in between those guys into turn 7. It's just a low risk move or a high risk move.
Kyle Busch went around. Fucking great.
It was all the way up to 15th, too, for Kyle Busch.
Fuck!
Here comes the 5. Larson making a little noise now.
Teammates for 12. 5 of Larson by the 48 of Bowman.
Larson was struggling at the start of his race, losing tons of spots on the end of stage 1. Those tires on that car.
What did the guy say?
Seemed to have made the improvements needed to be able to give him the opportunity to kind of drive this car forward.
It's bullshit, bro.
And this is I'm sorry, guys, but this is that moment where, like, SVG can kind of lull you to sleep. If I'm a crew chief, I'm reminding my driver we have a pit stop to go. I'm off the pit box, talking to my pit crew.
Joey Logano, AJ Allmendinger, 16, racing for 16. And up in front of them, 8th, Ty Gibbs. What's their story at this stage of the race, Marty?
Yeah, and they've struggled with the handling of the 54 car in the second half of the race. We're talking pit strategy. They're talking pit strategy with the 54 car. Listen in.
What's the plan right now? Everybody has to pit one more time. It won't vary when they come. For you, I'm going to go hard. Hey, go hard. Go hard, but keep the rears on it. I'm asking you to do both.
So like Adam mentioned, this window is pretty wide here, Steve, to be able to make this final stop. 34 to go. You know, they pitted at 83, kind of split the stage in half last year. That was a winning strategy.
You should tell your mom to stop sweating in the room. Tell your mom to come down to the lobby.
A little bit longer, knowing the tire wear, Steve. What's your play on top of the pit box?
So as crazy as it sounds, I'm going to run until a certain number of cars pit. So remember, at a road course, the goal would be to pit under green, because when the caution comes out, the field bunches up. If those cars then pit, you would jump in front of them. So I would just say, hey, I don't want more than, say, 10 cars to get fresh tires in front of me. So I would just continue to run as far to the front as I can until 10 guys have pitted that I feel I'm racing, and then perhaps I would come to pit road. Although I didn't know run hard, yet the safety rear tires was a checkbox option. I like that theory right there, eh? Do both.
What about the 6 car and where they fit into the equation, Danielle?
Yeah, Adam, don't look now, but Brad Keselowski is running 9th. He started the day in 21st. Reporting to the team, need a little more drive off the corners, but rolling the center really well. Adam, this is hard to believe, but the former Cup Series champion from 2012 has never won on a road course in the Cup Series. 0 for 50, but you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, 3 runner-ups for Brad, and he goes up in front of his teammate, passing Priest there. RFK, 3 cars in the top 10. They put 3 cars in the top 10 twice this year, but the last time they did it on a road course, 2004. But they have brought their A game this afternoon.
Priest is going to have to have a great result. Bubba Wallace, they're battling right around that bubble with Bubba Wallace in the 23. Bubba's been able to get a lot of points today with the stages, 15 of those points. So Priest doesn't need to lose that track position. He has to have that good top 10 result to be able to counter what Bubba's been able to do in the first 2 stages of this race.
Chastain played the points game in stage 1, ran it long, won the stage, collected the points, got a playoff point. So immediately your track position is compromised. But boy, he's been fighting hard all day long. Been a top 10 machine lately here at Sonoma. Was top 10 last week at Chicago and knocking on the door again. 11th right now for the 1.
Yeah, he's hounding this 45. Reddick struggling just a little bit. I think the 1 thinks he's a little faster. And here's the braking zone to turn 11. Dive down in.
So the matchups, it's Alex Bowman and Ty Dillon.
Says, yep, quicker than me. I'm trying to keep the rear tires on this car. I'm not going to argue and fight.
A nice way.
And Alex Bowman is leading that one. He's in 13th. Ty Dillon's in 26th.
Chastain's had a 7th, 10th, and a 5th in the last 3 races here at this racetrack, so no surprise to see him hovering around that top 10.
You know, I go to Trackhouse.
Jonathan Nemechek and Eric Jones.
The All-Star race, and they really had nothing shaken. And post-All-Star race, Chastain goes out, wins Coke 600, locks himself into the playoffs. We've documented what Shane Van Gisbergen.
Jonathan Nemechek is leading that one. He's in 20th place. Eric Jones is in 33rd.
Mark's operation. And now we look at Chastain and the guy in front of him, Ryan Preece. I would say a lot of similar characteristics for these 2 drivers.
For Ryan Preece and Tyler Reddick.
Preece trying to hold on to this position again, not wanting to lose more positions. As we get later
Ryan Preece is leading that one. He's in 9th. Tyler Reddick is in 11th. So that's actually kind of close right now.
Chastain again trying to set himself up for another passing opportunity down here. Turn 11. Looks like he's in great position. And the 60's coming to pit road.
Ryan Preece is pitting though, so actually
right here, the 88 of Shane Van Gisbergen.
Tyler Reddick will pass him, and Tyler Reddick will have that position. And Ty Gibbs and Zane Smith. Right now, Ty Gibbs is leading that. He's in 7th. Zane Smith is in 14th.
We'll see if this generates any more interest. I still think it's 21 laps on their tires, 31 laps to go. If I'm a crew chief, simple math, run 4 or 5 more laps and then come to pit road.
Going to be 30 laps to go when Shane Van Gisbergen brings it back around. His advantage 2.6 seconds over Chase Briscoe. Elliott, Byron, Busher, the top 5 here at Sonoma.
You're fucked till tomorrow. Also, I told the desk we smelled a burning smell at 7:30 a.m. and the AC blast out air for less than...
messages.
Maintenance isn't available till 7 a.m. in the morning. That's annoying.
We can't hear them. We can't see them.
They're all private. On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Not even us.
When it comes to your wireless plan, don't settle for less. Get more with a free 5G phone and real unlimited data from Straight Talk. More ways to connect. I love you. More reasons to share. And when you spend less with Straight Talk, you can get more moments to yourself by getting something for them. Switch to Straight Talk and get a free 5G phone on us, on America's most reliable 5G network. Find us at Walmart and straighttalk.com.
Modern home security, my tale. What's Simply Safe got that I don't?
24/7 monitoring that acts on an alarm in 5 seconds to help stop crime in real time.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on their way.
Plus no contracts, ever.
Maybe Simply Safe and I could work together.
Scaredy cat.
There's no safe like Simply Safe. I have seen no demon, no ghost, no magic. Till now. Till now. Till now.
New to middle of our year. Kind of the perfect time to add a little bit of head-to-head matchup with multiple guys on the track. 1v1 for $1 million. It could get pretty wild.
29 laps left here at Sonoma Raceway. The first of the top 5 cars coming to pit road. Chris Buescher, who again said does not want any changes. He's going to go to fresh Goodyear tires here, and he's obviously be able to make it to the end of the race and have a little tire advantage, Danielle, over those who pitted earlier.
Reddick is coming in for his scheduled stop. Running 10th, he's complaining on the radio that he is really tight. We'll see if Billy Scott can make some adjustments and get him back up there looking for that first win of the season.
As the 45 rejoins, we'll just take a look back. The 88 is in control of this race. The question is, does he feel he has to counter? SVG? No, he stays on the racetrack. So then Briscoe. We're going to show you this every lap because I think this is the race. Briscoe's going to probably try to get the pit road before SVG and use the tires. There you go. Chase Elliott, it's his moment. Byron stays on, so it's split. And this is going to happen for the next 4 or 5 laps. We're just going to trickle in. We'll see if the 9 of Chase Elliott gets the attention of the leaders.
Here's the 9 of Chase Elliott, Danielle.
Oh, Chase Elliott, he's one of the top cars of the day. He's been quiet on this run, but reported earlier that the car is better, was struggling with rear grip, just trying to take care of those rear tires, something that Alan Gustafson says he does so well. Meanwhile, Brad Keselowski trying to get over that incident in the pits with his crew members against the 54 earlier, winless in the Cup Series on road courses, has track position. There he saw it. Clean stop for Brad Keselowski's crew at RFK.
Frustrating second half of the day for A.J. Allmendinger with such high hopes coming in. The spin earlier for A.J., the struggles with the handling as well, but he has worked his way back up through the field, was running in the top 15, Adam, when he came to pit road.
Scheduled green flag pit stops. Final stage inside of 30 laps to go here at Sonoma. The advantage out front for Shane Van Gisbergen, 5 seconds over Briscoe. And with Chase Elliott pitting, Byron third, 11 seconds behind the race leader. Now, there, yes, 11 seconds. Just that bit there.
Briscoe on the pit road, as you see on the pylon on the left. Danielle, what you got?
James Small calling his driver in. Still wants to work on that balance just a little bit. Chase Briscoe said, I still need more forward drive. Good pace, though. Good rhythm. There you see it. 4 tires for Chase Briscoe.
Pitting.
Out to battle and see if he can catch SVG.
Well, this might get SVG's attention. He had that gap that you talked about, Adam, right? So we probably can let him have a lap or 2. But the big fear right now for SVG is if the caution comes out, all these guys don't have to stop. And now you're going to be back there, maybe a few rows. You see Ricky Stenhouse Jr., service of his crew as well.
You know, you talk about gaps when Chase Elliott came down from third. He was like 8 seconds behind. Just keeping in mind where everybody was as the cycle begins for these drivers up front and where it nets out once SVG comes down, makes his final stop, and then rejoins the field.
And let's not lose touch with McDowell there in 8th. Remember, Marty told us a while ago that he thought he could make it from the last yellow. Leader hits pit road, SVG. So we will also
SVG's pitting.
Tires and how they catch McDowell. So now SVG, we want to see his pit stop. We're going to see what kind of service they do, and then we'll see where he blends back relative to Briscoe. Remember, Briscoe was the second place car at the beginning of the cycle. So now the 88 is just looking for a clean pit stop, absolutely no penalties. I'm okay if you even give me a 90% here, guys. Marty.
Yeah, calling it right up the middle here for Steven Doran. When they saw the 19 pit, to your point, Steve, they said, now we're going to come down pit road. We saw the off-track excursion for SVG a little bit earlier. He said to the team, I'm such an idiot. Said that was totally my fault. Before fresh Goodyear tires going on for Shane Van Gisbergen, who has led all but 7 laps to this point with 26 to go. Also, Ty Gibbs is on pit road. He was just outside the top 5. And I want to clean up something. NASCAR did tell Ty Gibbs after that last stop you see him leaving his final stop of the day, they told him when that incident with the 6 at the 54 did nothing wrong. William Byron also leaving pit road. We'll see where these guys cycle out.
That's a great update, Marty. Yeah, we have the overhead camera. We're going to show a replay after this pit cycle. We got to get everybody on and off pit road. But I agree. I question whether he was too far left. But actually reviewing it, I feel like that's the best option Gibbs had.
I just ordered food.
And actually, if you're Brad, the trailing car, you almost got to leave a little gap for the pit road. So it looks egregious when you stack it together. But I have to agree, nothing wrong with the move to 54 main.
So Bella's the leader right now, but he's pitting.
He's going to come get some fresh tires as well right now.
Top 4 had not made their pit stop. McDowell, who was 5th, is the driver, as we talk about, that had made the pit stop earlier, feels like he can make it on fuel. Here's Christopher Bell giving up the lead to make his scheduled stop. Alan?
Steve Bell in the pits on the radio, a little frustrated. He just said, I don't know, Adam, I need some lateral grip, so they'll make an air pressure adjustment for the 20 car, give me longevity as well in the long run. Christopher Bell on and off pit road, Marty.
Alan, terrific race called by Phil Surgeon today. Remember, he left Ross Chastain on the track for stage 1. They collected the 10 stage points, also the playoff point. And then in stage 2, Chastain drove through the field into the top 10. So been an impressive day for this team so far. Pitting with 25 to go here. We'll see where he cycles out. And these green flag stops, the final ones of the day, continuing here at Sonoma.
Larson and Hocevar remain on track. There's the 5, new man on point. McDowell in 3rd, and he's right about 3 seconds in front of Shane Van Gisbergen. That's where the battle's going to be here, but we know the difference on tires. Huge advantage for the 88 once everything cycles through.
Yeah, Larson's trying to find an advantage by running long here. I can see why this would be their plan, figuring maybe the yellow comes out, they want fresh tires, or hopefully pit right before the yellow. You mentioned it, 3rd place McDowell, 4th place SVG is really where we think they have enough fuel load. When you see the difference in tires on the left screen, Van Gisbergen's tires bright green and fresh, only 2 laps on them. McDowell 23 laps.
Yeah, so the 5's going to keep running here. I'd continue to run. They have
this time. Give me another good one all the way to pit road.
Yeah, so they have.
So Larson is going to pit this lap.
This car into the top 15. And so the idea would be to come to pit road and either drive back through the field on those tires, or maybe get lucky and get that yellow right after this pit stop, and be able to go on the attack on a restart, really get after it.
Let's get an update. 71, Michael McDowell. Marty?
Right on board with HBO Max and the onboard camera for Michael McDowell. Just to update that strategy real quick, Travis Peterson just told McDowell a moment ago, it's looking like our strategy will be a nice top 10 strategy today. I don't think you're going to be able to hold off those tires behind you.
And 24 laps to go. Going to have to hustle to stay in the top 10. I mean, we obviously know that SVG is going to be able to drive up there and take the position away from McDowell, but that is the question of how far back into the pack he will fall.
So I think for McDowell, he's better off to just make the pit stop before the caution comes out. You know, I would pit again, actually. I think the field's split enough that he can pit from here and blend back somewhere around 14th or 15th, or maybe fresher tires. The 5, as expected by that radio, comes to pit road, Alan.
Made some gains for Kyle Larson, the 5 team, but still again just outdone in the braking zones. They've got a little better on the long run. They're going to make a few more adjustments, trying to get as many positions as they can on a rough day for the 5 team.
77, Carson Hocevar in as well. McDowell takes over the race lead, 2.5 seconds in front of Shane Van Gisbergen.
McDowell's pitting, or Hocevar's pitting.
Teammates
McDowell's in the lead.
Good, both of them inside the top 3 there, but we knew it was going to change with Hocevar having to pit, and we'll see what happens with McDowell.
So as the cycle is completed, I want to just circle back to that story we showed with Ty Gibbs. We had that overhead. So there was the issue on the racetrack, right? But then we showed this. This is the 54 going into the pit box. There's a slight bit of contact. I couldn't tell if he was doing anything more than normal. But then when you look from above, I actually believe this is exactly what any crew or any driver would do to get in any box under green. Actually, for Brad, you almost got to check up and give your crew room to get across. I know that's crazy, but it's the trailing car's responsibility. So I positioned it that Ty may have done something. I know tempers flared, but I agree with the no call. Dale, you've done this 1,000 times in and out of that box. Ty looked totally normal to me.
Yeah, I thought, because of the contact we saw down in turn 11, maybe there was a purpose for what Ty did, but I agree. I don't know how else he can get in the box and not put himself in a good position to be able to exit his own box.
11 didn't handle too fast on the pylon.
Tough day for him. Yeah. Looking forward to next week. He wants to go to the Monster Mile, really comfortable.
Denny has a penalty. Too fast exiting. He's in 35th right now, so it's going to be even worse.
Talk about McDowell leading couple seconds in front of Van Gisbergen, and Briscoe, who pitted 1 lap before Shane Van Gisbergen, has cycled out in 3rd, right behind the 88, and looking pretty good here late in this race, Danielle.
Oh, I think he can challenge SVG for this win, Adam, no doubt, and advantages can come from many different places. I talked to his crew chief, James Small, this morning. He said, I'm not sure why so many people were surprised about the amount of fall-off in track conditions yesterday in practice. The GT cars I've been watching race here at Sonoma over this past year, and other series too. I could tell that the racetrack slowed down a lot, and that this tire was going to react the way it did during our track walk yesterday morning as well. James Small's been eyeing Sonoma guys since we came here last year.
And we talked earlier about the success that James Small and his group have had here with Martin Truex Jr. delivering again today with Chase Briscoe. McDowell trying to hang on. Going to be 21 laps to go, and Shane Van Gisbergen, who has dominated this race, is right in his hip pocket.
And Shane is in such a tire advantage. He can be so patient with this pass. He doesn't have to hustle here, overwork the car, do anything to slip a tire. And he knows really there's nowhere to really set up the pass. He can be aggressive in 3 or 3A, but he won't. Possibly he may look to the inside for
Goes SVG looking for the lead.
Good run right here.
McDowell still has to pit.
And then try to set the pass up for turn 7.
Oh, maybe not actually.
Get a good acceleration out right here, be right on his bumper, and here he goes.
You know he doesn't, but here comes SVG anyway.
Matt McDowell knows now the best thing he can do is not slow himself down. Right? His plan is to try to run this long into a top 10 finish. So don't race the 88 or do anything that's actually going to cost both of you time unnecessarily.
So it looks like SVG is just going to drive away with this thing.
5 with 21 to go. SVG back out front. McDowell, Briscoe, Elliott, and Busher, your top 5. You're watching NASCAR on TNT, live in Sonoma, California.
Is approved for the treatment of relapsing forms of multiple sclerosis in adults. Ponvory lowers the number of white blood cells, lymphocytes, in your blood. Usually, this will return to normal within 1 to 2 weeks of stopping treatment. Ponvory can increase your risk of serious infections that can be life-threatening and may cause death. Ponvory can cause your heart rate to slow down, especially after you take your first dose. Do not take Ponvory if in the last 6 months you had a heart attack, unstable angina, stroke, or other severe heart conditions, including certain types of abnormal heart rhythm. The most common side effects of Ponvory include upper respiratory tract infections, elevated liver enzymes, and high blood pressure. Starting treatment with Ponvory will begin with the starter pack. Ask your doctor about Ponvory or visit ponvory.com to learn more. By Vanda Pharmaceuticals.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving, doing what they do best. Helping neighbors, pitching in, and getting it done. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history, at the place where legends are made. This isn't just a race, it's a moment of truth. Their last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Shane Van Gisbergen leading in the Toyota Safemart 350 here at Sonoma Raceway.
Briscoe's gotten around McDowell for second. Briscoe a couple tenths off SVG, even with that pass there. So McDowell is kind of leading a lot of lap time here, almost a second slower than everyone in the top 10. There's a couple other cars on the same strategy as him, sort of cycling themselves back through the top 10. And I just don't know if the 71 is going to be able to get that result that he wants.
Chase Elliott looking to get by as they hit turn 11. So when they cross the start-finish line this time, there will be 18 laps to go. Let's do our credit one bank. One's to watch, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. You can't take Shane Van Gisbergen. Let's pick others, okay?
Yeah, actually, the one I'm watching is this 9-car Chase Elliott, Mr. Consistency in 2025, trying to take away this spot here from McDowell, moving himself into third place. In the last three races here, 8th, 5th, and 4th, we know he's a great road course racer and has done a great job today to drive this car up into the top 3.
Well, I'll take Mr. Consistent. Top 5 in the last 3 races here. That's what Chris Buescher in the 17 has done. And I will just remind everybody that Chris Buescher was the last guy to beat SVG. He did a heads up basically at Watkins Glen. So in the NASCAR guys, I say last guy, right? He accomplished the feat that everybody's dreaming about today. So Chris Buescher, I still have one to watch because 18 laps ago we get a caution. And some guys may put on tires. This thing is far from a guaranteed victory.
I'm going to go up to Chase Briscoe. Qualified on the front row yesterday. Been very impressive in the 19. And here's someone that's been wonderful on pole day in Chase Briscoe. But he hasn't always been able to complete the task in the race. And this weekend you wondered because this has not been one of his great tracks. But we've said it. Martin Truex Jr. was so good here with that race team. What could Briscoe do? We have found out. You know, prior to today, he had never run a lap inside the top 5 at Sonoma. His average running position today, 3rd. Credit to the 19 team. And, well, I'm like you. You get a caution, it changes everything. He's someone who would have a real shot.
There are a few guys through the field, as crazy as it may sound, who absolutely have to have wins. If you get to, say, 12 to go or 10 to go, I would call my car on the pit road. Now, you're going to give up 15 or 18 spots if it runs green, but if you pit and frustrations boil over and somebody spins off the racetrack and you get that instant yellow, you know, that's the type of, now that's a long shot, Hail Mary type gamble, but we're getting to that point in the season where for a bunch of drivers, that's the pathway to the playoffs, is a win.
Seen some crazy things happen late in races on the road, so getting out of bounds, doing something different might pay off. SVG in charge and just flexing the muscles every lap, Marty.
Still 17 to go, Adam, but yes, SVG staring at a record held by Jeff Gordon. No driver has won 3 straight road course races from the pole since Jeff Gordon in 1998 and 1999. So it's been 26 years since we've seen this level of dominance at road course racing. So, Junior, that begs the question. Is Shane Van Gisbergen the best road course racer we've ever seen in NASCAR? Would love your take on that because
it might be.
He is the one to beat right now. It's kind of the world versus SVG when it comes to road course racing in the Cup Series.
I think he's writing that history now. It's still, you know, still to be determined. But if he continues to have this type of success over the next several years, he's absolutely got an opportunity to stake claim as the best road course racer ever in NASCAR history. Dane Gurney, there's a long list of names of other road course greats that have been part of NASCAR, but I think this 88 car is still writing that story as we speak.
You talked how amazing it is that SVG's doing what he does, leading the race. I think it's just worth reminding everybody, the driver of this 51, Cody Ware-Dale, how that race finished. This hit, breathtaking.
Yeah, pretty impressive to know to try to, you know, do whatever you could to slow the car down with that contact on the outside wall, but it does little to really take away how terrible this impact was. You see the damage the steering wheel takes, and
that video is fucking terrifying.
Throw away by the time it was said and done. The Haas device, the helmet, it ruined all the foam in the helmet, so the helmet's no longer able to do what he needs to do in the next impact, and so even the seat was damaged from that crash, Danielle.
Yeah, Dale, there was nothing that they could salvage from the car. They said they'll put it back together and make it a show car. And Cody Ware is a big guy. He's the tallest guy on pit road at 6'4", over 250 pounds. And that's why the sheer force, the energy as he hit those tire barriers, his body weight and the inertia crushed that steering wheel. Luckily,
Ware's having trouble.
He was back in the gym working out.
Oh, Ware has a tire gone.
I asked his crew chief, Billy.
Tire's gone. That's going to be a caution.
We saw the wheel nut come off.
Oh, my God.
We saw a wheel nut come off that car going through turn 3, and so the wheel finally leaves the
Man.
vehicle, and everybody's trying
Caution.
to avoid. And there's the caution. It's going to roll down the hill here into turn 4, I believe.
Fourth caution of the day. Second for a problem on track.
Damn, man.
Keep coming to pit road. Dale and I, we're going to have bruises because that car went up and that car wiggled and something shot. We were punching each other in the arm trying to figure out.
So that was an almost half an hour run. Green flag run right there.
Right there into turn 3, and the wheel nut goes away. Yeah, we could highlight it. Yep, as the wheel's trying to leave the vehicle.
He was just on pit road in 92. This is 4 laps later. At the bottom of that hill, if you go back to that replay, I think we can show you the wheel nut. See if we get lucky of freezing it. And then this tire, a near
Cody Ware just lost the fucking wheel.
Screen. I don't know who that was, but that would have been crazy if you hit the tire.
So this is an opportunity for guys like McDowell. So he's going to probably come to pit road and put tires on. And how many can he draw to pit road? Right.
Now let's see here. If we go a little bit right, it's going to right there. We freeze it right there. See if I can find my pen. Oh, I got this. This is my chance to not mess this. The zoom. There's the wheel nut right there. Do you believe that? We caught it live, bouncing. Off it goes. Just 3 laps after pit road. He was on 92. He's a lap down. So 3 laps later, 51 will come to pit road.
I'd give you a B.
I'm going to go pee real quick.
Man, I wish you were one of my teachers in school. I could have used some B's. I could have used the B's on the old GPA. So back to your point, Dale. I think that's McDowell's thing, right? He knows these old tires aren't going to work. But 15 laps is a lot. And these tires lose grip quick. So let's take a look at the previous pit stop to 51. See if we see anything obvious on the right side. Remember, you got to tighten it with the car in the air. Right rear going on slow. He waits. Oh, but he's still there working, waving. They come back.
Oh, man. Oh, that Jackman came around to fix it. He should have stayed there a few more seconds.
Oh.
Here it is again.
So the whole field's...
14 to go. This is just really, really interesting.
I'm going to tell you, and here's the... Remember we talked in pre-race about a target? I'm going to do whatever SVG does, I'm doing the opposite. If he stays out, I'm coming. If I am Chase Briscoe, I am absolutely not following him down pit road, and I'm not following him by staying on the racetrack.
But you remember the conversation we had with Cliff Daniels in the garage this morning.
Yeah.
I mean, usually, you just stay out. You keep your track position. That's what you do at this stage on a road course. But this tire has introduced a whole new thought process.
If SVG pits and Briscoe stays out, he's going to need a cushion behind him. He's going to need some other people to buy into this idea.
Green light's open, bottom right of your screen. So this is the choice. What do you do? Last minute. Look at Briscoe. I love it. Briscoe, pit. Oh, I want to pit.
Chase Elliott's coming.
I love it. Come get tires.
Look at this. The whole field with him.
McDowell, Brad Keselowski, Ty Gibbs, a whole bunch of drivers coming down. I will say, there's going to be some insurance. You're going to get a restart, say 12 laps to go. But tires mean so much. Here's Chase Elliott, Danielle.
Chase Elliott, so good at managing his tires. I asked Alan Gupson this morning if there's a late caution, what do you think Chase will want? He said he won't scream that he wants tires, but he will tell me forcefully that he wants them. And I like my driver in these situations because he goes on the offensive.
This is going to be fun, Danielle. Some fresh tires back in the field. Michael McDowell comes down pit road. Travis Peterson didn't check up at all. And a little fire in the back there as McDowell leaves. That fire will hopefully be put out on pit road. But yeah, some fresh tires coming. There was no question, though, for Shane Van Gisbergen and his team. They were going to stay out. Shane said, I think we have to stay out here.
There's quite a few cars that stayed on the racetrack. More than I expected, especially toward the back of the field. Take a look at this fire on pit road.
some scary stuff. I'm with you, Dale. 13 cars stayed out. I had single digits. I thought we could have got some more to maybe went with that strategy.
Yeah, but Hocevar, Stenhouse, Berry, Jones, Gregson, Haley, all those guys staying on the racetrack is the insurance that I think Shane needs to know that those new tires are running down. The other side of that equation or question is Chase Elliott Gibbs, how far up into the top 10 or even into the top 5 can they grow or can they drive their cars? McDowell, this really just turned really well for him in terms of his strategy to restart 16th with opportunity of tire advantage on a lot of cars up there in the top 10.
The only thing that's giving me a little angst if I have tires is how many laps do I get. I could have an instant yellow stuff. But listen, I stick with my decision before. I would have come down pit road. I don't want to wait and see what the answer is, right? I would have done it even if it doesn't work out. I would have tried to put tires on it. We'll see if it things. And look at the playoff bubble. I mean, SVG has led so much that it hasn't, we don't think about a new winner, but now, what if one of these late pit decisions is the answer? Fresh tires is an obvious advantage.
You see Bubba Wallace right there, +5 to Priest. Priest was actually on the good side of that cut line for most of the race because he was running up in the top 10, top 15. Right now, he's sitting in 18th position. He's going to have a little work to do to drive forward to try to gain some more spots. But Bubba Wallace has gained 15 points in stage 1 and 2 to be able to help him sort of come out of here, at least trying to maintain his advantage or his situation with Priest at the cut line.
Here's Marty.
Let's chat with Stephen Doran. And when you and I talked this morning, this was pretty much the worst case scenario, wasn't it?
Yeah, we really didn't want to see that, but I think he's done a good enough job saving his tires. I knew some behind us would just do the opposite of us, but I think we have a big enough buffer. We should be okay here.
Did enough cars stay out behind you to kind of build a little bit of gap between you and the fresh tires?
I think so, and he's super good at managing the tires, so he kind of told me he had enough there to just stay out.
All right, there you go. We'll see if SVG can finish it off here in Sonoma and go for 3 straight at the road courses.
I would just say this. You talk about the pressure of being a crew chief for this guy on a road course. Oh. And Stephen Doran has really managed it so well all season long.
Are you kidding me? Pressure?
I mean, but in this situation, you got a huge opportunity to get it wrong.
They made his job easy.
It's not like a Xfinity job in Pocono.
Okay, that's fair. There you go.
I got a guy that's 3/10 clear of the field. This is tough.
No. I think there's pressure. I saw the smile down there.
I do think he's right, though. I do think that SVG can save some tire, and that they had a lot of guys stay out, although, I still would have pitted, but I think that ride Rainey has is kind of like, I think we're going to be okay.
Danielle?
Yeah, Adam, here
12
with
laps
James
to go right now.
for Chase Briscoe. James, you were debating whether to pit or not. Why did you ultimately decide to stay out?
Right there, the last few laps, the 2 prior to that were our fastest 2 laps we've run of the whole race. The tyres have looked great all day. And just getting them cooled back down here, hopefully they hang on. So, going back to 14th and being in all that, middle of all that crap that could happen, I don't really know. I'm not really a fan of that. So, hopefully we can hang on here and maybe we can get the start on Shane and see where we wind up.
What's your advice to your driver? You told me this morning this is his worst road course, but you've worked so hard with him to teach him how to drive Sonoma right. What is your advice now in these closing laps?
Just, stay patient as well. We're up against one of the best guys in the world on a road course, and we don't need to do anything silly here. So, come away with a solid result and good points day, and if we can get the win, it'll be amazing. But, hopefully we can just hang on here, and we'll see how it goes.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Heading into the choose right here. I like that. We haven't seen tires refire, so I like what James is saying there. And this is the in-season challenge.
Yeah, pretty interesting to see. Jones is now leapfrog Nemechek. Nemechek's had the advantage most of the race. Jones running toward the back, and then you have Priest and Reddick still right there around each other within a few spots. And Zane Smith right now slotted ahead of Gibbs. Gibbs with the faster car. Can he drive through the field and try to pass that 38?
Look at some of these drivers in the top 10 that stayed out. You talk about Zane Smith. Carson Hocevar was a lap down. He's 7th. Stenhouse up there. Josh Berry. Mentioned Eric Jones. A lot.
All right, going to be 11 laps to go.
11 laps remaining as we get the restart. Shane Van Gisbergen has dominated this race. Now he's got to finish it off, and he restarts up front once again.
Who's going to do it? Green flag's back in the air. 11 laps to go. That's Sonoma.
Great launch through the gears.
Left side door. Still there.
SVG pulled away from Briscoe.
Going to have company. Seatbelt to the inside now, the outside. Seatbelt trying to switch it up, crossing over for the braking zone at turn 4.
Back behind him, Zane Smith racing Hocevar. The balance of old tires versus new tires, and those drivers trying to come through. And do they have time to get there?
Big stack up there, Coffin, nice spot.
Oh, around goes someone. Around goes 2 cars. Someone gets in there.
I think that was the maybe possibly an orange car. I couldn't tell who.
Man, multiple cars involved.
Damage with the in-season challenge too.
And number 4 stopped on the track. Gregson stopped on caution.
And there's the caution.
And that's great for SVG. That's going to gobble up some laps here. That's right. As we get to the end of this race, you can't advance to the field if you're under caution.
And I thought it would have been an advantage for the tires.
Sounds about a minute and 3-second green flag run.
Still 13th, right? He didn't get 5 or 6 spots, and the yellow came out. Chase had a hard time coming out of turn 4. Got a little bit loose on the inside, and that bottled him up, and he lost all the momentum. He was in a position to maybe dive down into turn 7 and grab a few spots quickly, but you see the 4 of Gregson. Tons of damage right there. Multiple cars, I believe, made contact with his 4 car as they're trying to drive through. The AMR safety crew tending to the driver, helping us get this car on the record and off the racetrack. And all the guys that are on tires want this to be quick.
That's
they
right.
want to get back to green flag racing as soon as possible.
Looking at our top 10, Justin Haley, not someone we've talked a lot about today.
That's the car that made the contact right there, that orange car, Priest.
This is going into 4 down the hill. Look at this stack up. I saw somebody get sideways on the 7 and the 9.
Yeah, the 9 gets sideways, loses all the momentum. Now he's in the middle of 3 wide. He can't do anything to gain any spots. Here's where the 4 gets turned around. And he gets contact right there from Priest.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Noah Gregson.
It's tough for Reese, who spent so much time inside the top 10 today.
Yeah, no on the inside of the 21. And just a lot of contact. Josh Berry spins out the 43. They had a little history, I think, last week. Josh Berry in the 43.
They did.
Which is interesting there.
I was wondering if the Chicago memories were going to come flooding back here with a few laps to go, and I wonder if that was one.
Right now with Bubba Wallace right here. This is Chase Elliott. This is Ty Gibbs right here. Chaos. Pretty significant contact for Priest, and he doesn't need. Look at the damage to the Ford. This is Priest right here.
That's pretty hard contact on that right front corner.
Without a doubt. And I think he's, hopeful that he doesn't have any real damage to the suspension. Can't afford to give up too many spots right now, sitting +2 behind Bubba Wallace at the cut line.
10 to go. As the cleanup continues. See those drivers involved in the crash. The saving grace for Priest, Bubba Wallace got some of that as well, and those are the ones we're talking about at the cut line, and it's crazy to me, but they came in separated by 2, and that's where they are right now. We'll see how it all shakes out as we wrap things here.
Jones had a massive advantage on his teammate John Hunter Nemechek for that bracket challenge, and that spin off the nose of the 21 car. Josh Berry sends Eric Jones behind John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek with a bit of a tire advantage too. Alan, what you got on this 60? Well, they were going through that assessment, like you said, Dale Jr. You know, what's the damage? Ryan Preece said there's no real suspension damage and so few laps left. They don't want to come in and make a big adjustment, lose all that track position. There is some toe. They knocked in the toe a little bit, so it's going to hurt him on the right-handers, but they decided to just keep him out there with that damage you see and hope to get the best finish possible. There's more right-handers here than there are left-handers. That's frustrating for the driver to work your way through this whole race and have something silly at the end of these races, but it gets chaotic at the end of these races, and just try to dodge all the chaos.
This relief lap sponsored by National Debt Relief. Ryan Blaney's had a tough afternoon, but he gets back on the lead lap at Sonoma. Scored 36, going to make a pit stop here.
You mentioned it, scored 36 back on the lead lap, so whether it's the in-season bracket or whether it's the playoffs, last time through the S's on the last lap, if you go off in the gravel, right, that can cost you 10 or 20 spots. Marty.
Steve, if you look at the top five, the one driver who needs a win to guarantee a playoff spot is Chris Buescher. He sits in third right now. So, Scott Graves, you welcome this caution or not?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we needed it. We were running really, that last run, we were really solid. Feel pretty good about that. Just, we needed this to catch back up to the 88 to have a shot at him. So, we'll see what we got.
What can Chris do differently on this restart versus the last few?
It's just been tough. It seems like, you know, we're a little, like, we struggled the first couple laps. You just got to protect and then.
So it's going to be 8 to go when they go back green.
If the 19 and 88 get to racing hard, then take advantage.
There you go. Sometimes that happens, doesn't it, Adam? The first two kind of get to racing, and the guy who's sitting in third can win the race.
We'll see the cleanup continue up in turn 7, and we have the field coming by the choose, not getting the choose. So this adds another lap to the end, you know, to this caution with 9 laps to go, coming to 8 laps to go. And you're furious if you're a driver with tires, because you want all the green flag laps and all the opportunities to try to move forward.
Chase Elliott, prior to the choose, scored 11th, and he's the first of those drivers that came down at lap 97. Reddick is there, McDowell. So those are the ones you're talking about that absolutely want to return to the green flag so you can make good on those fresher tires.
You want to try to gain as many spots as you can. Then you also have like Ty Gibbs back there in 15th, and he's battling Zane Smith for this bracket to move forward, and Zane's up in 7th. And so this is just delaying that opportunity for him to go up there and try to pass that car. You know they probably don't, they downplay the bracket challenge and how it may influence their decisions, but you know that their decisions are made. They're driving these cars to the end of the race, and he's certainly thinking about trying to get up there and pass that 38.
We know Legacy is going to have a car in the semifinals when it comes to the in-season challenge. What if Zane Smith put front row in that situation? That would be remarkable, Alan.
And I'm up on top of the 20 box with crew chief Adam Stevens for Christopher Bell. What this last caution mean for you? Another restart?
Yeah, the restarts have been good to us today, so it's all about getting through this restart zone and executing up the hill and hoping you're not on the wrong end of it when the bumper tag starts. But done a good job today. Drove a good race. Had that issue spinning there early, but recovered from it. So happy to be in the position we're in, and we'll see what.
So you have Bowman's leading Ty Gibbs, Nemechek's leading Eric Jones, Ryan Preece is leading Tyler Reddick. Sorry, Tyler Reddick's leading Ryan Preece, and then Zane Smith is leading Ty Gibbs.
Trying to stay there.
Yeah, he's been really the model of consistency when you talk about delivering on the road courses. They've had some bumps along the way, but he's done his fair share of putting it up in the top 5. One earlier this season at Circuit of the Americas. Talk about road racing. Next weekend, back to the ovals off to Dover, Delaware on the concrete. Watch it on TNT, streaming on HBO Max.
All the drivers probably know they're coming to the choose, so we're trying to get those tires worked in and clean. They fire off on this restart, be confident up the hill into turn 1 and 2. We know that Briscoe is an aggressive race car driver. He will send it. We've seen him do it before. Just want to see if he can get a really aggressive launch. What he can do, what he might do, how aggressive would he be with this 88? We've seen no one really challenge Danny Gisbergen on restarts. Fight for that lead.
All right, so getting ready to go back green. Getting the choose here.
Choose will be important too, just to see if it's pretty equal. So far, very equal. And
so many cars, again, sitting here in the top 10 with these tires that haven't had a lot of pace either. Hocevar, Josh Berry, Stenhouse, Haley. They're wanting to be able to get a respectable, reasonable finish. Something in the top 20 would be what they would be happy to come away with. And they want to try to maintain and fight for these spots, but they also don't want to get themselves wrecked and turned around off the nose of a faster car or somebody with a tire advantage that's in a big hurry. There are always tough spots to be in as a driver on old tires late in these races.
Oh, yes.
After sweeping last weekend in Chicago, Shane Van Gisbergen disappointed with second yesterday here at Sonoma in the Xfinity race.
All right, get ready to go back green.
Things off today on the Cup side. Front row, 7 to go. He's in control with Chase Briscoe.
Green flag is going to come back out in the air. Green flag is in the air with 7 laps to go at Sonoma.
19 draws even right there. Briscoe up the hill.
Turn 2, and he's right there.
A little bit of contact. He's going to fight hard to try to stay on the inside for turn 3. And now Shane has the inside for 3A in turn 4. The 19 tries to do a crossover, can't get the power down.
Tiptoeing in from turn 4 down to turn 7.
Pretty good restart for the 9 and Chase Elliott back here on the inside of this 21 car. Now 3 wide. Stenhouse has a little trouble right there.
Oh, wrong goes Stenhouse into the tire barrier.
Bounces off the tire barrier. Can he get the car started? Probably going to
Caution.
because they have to work on that tire pack.
Might even turn red.
6th caution of the day.
Could turn
Yeah.
to a red flag if this needs repair.
It could.
He's talking about his steering's broken. You can see it. Damage to the front.
So caution's out.
I mean, if you don't go red here, probably looking at an overtime finish or real close to it, because it will take some time.
So that was an almost
to get
minute
that
green
tire
flag
barrier
run.
repaired and where it needs to be. And unfortunate for Stenhouse, who was scored in the 10th position.
Stenhouse was having a really tough time accelerating out of turn 7. Ended up getting himself turned around coming into the S's. I wonder if he was having other troubles aside from just having the tire deficit. Looked like that car wasn't really trying to accelerate or getting through the gears for some reason.
I agree, Jaden.
Take a look at some replays here. So there you see Ricky Stenhouse. He is on the inside edge there, going backwards through this mixed 3 wide. And he just gets a little pop right there off the left front fender of the 54 car, Ty Gibbs. And you got to go. I mean, I don't really fault anybody right there because you've got to go in these scenarios.
Yeah, Ty kind of hits the curve and he's sliding left. I mean, look, it's tough enough to go down there single file.
Yeah.
Tires do their job. Jersey barrier hold in, but now the repair is going to have to happen.
So many times early in the race, you get to this portion of the track, you just let it settle out. This leg, everybody going to take all they can.
They are. And if you're... There you go. We're right on board. Yeah, Ty Gibbs, makes the contact and spins the 47 around. But your thought process is, if you lift and let him have that, somebody's running over you.
That could be you.
Yeah, somebody's going to put you in the tires in the next turn.
Looks like we will have a tire barrier repair.
Races at road courses.
Some hard hits, too. AMR safety team, they're quickly and trying to put the pieces back together.
They've done a pretty good job, actually, to get it to this point. And we haven't seen that red flag. Farther down the hill, coming through the choose now in turn 9. We're not getting to choose this lap, but coming through that area of the racetrack.
Yeah, going to be 5 to go this time around, so it'll be a real short run to the finish.
It's like the 47 steering issue isn't too severe. He's got his car going around the racetrack. They mentioned on the radio, yeah, he's still got some turning issues.
Updating those drivers on the fresher tires, Chase Elliott is 8th, Michael McDowell is 10th. And then you think about in-season challenge, 25th, 26th, Ty Dillon, Alex Bowman. Yeah, I mean, this in-season challenge thing is really crazy, and Ty Dillon is the one that has just been the Dragon Slayer, right? I mean, he gets Hamlin, he gets Keselowski, and Bowman's someone that we know is so capable on the road courses, but here is Dylan in position again to pull the upset and advance to the Final Four.
Yeah, the 32 seed, last seed in, the top 32 made it. $1 million on the line. I don't know what. I think I could guess what Ty Dillon would be willing to do for $1 million. But hopefully it doesn't come to something too aggressive. And then in front of this, you have the 20, the 42 and the 43 teammates right now. And the 43 of Nemechek has a little bit better tire. I'm not sure exactly what shape that car is. A lot of damage to all four corners of this 42.
Appears we're just going to tick laps off.
On his teammate Jones, who was spun out off of turn 7 a few laps ago. Think about that. I was just going to say it's crazy. It's like a magnet, right? Two cars next to each other. Yeah, the 42's been quicker, or at least held track position all day ahead of the 43 by quite a lot. That 43 Jones has struggled at the back of the field most of the day. 77 Hocevar right here sitting in the top 5. Never would have guessed it, Marty.
Yeah, me neither, Junior. And I want to give a shout out to a couple drivers in the top 10. Zane Smith sitting in 7th, and yes, Hocevar. And let me review their day for you real quick. They took a free pass at the second caution of the day. Luke Lambert told me we almost got called for not meeting minimum speed in stage 1 of this race, and he has made so many adjustments to the car all day long. Here they are in a competitive spot. And by the way, a little fresher tires on a lot of the cars in front of them. Impressive recovery for the 77 team, Danielle.
Yeah, a moment ago, Marty, Adam said we might be looking at overtime or close to it. That is not what the 9 team wants to see. They came in for tires on that last caution, and Chase wants green flag laps, he said, to be able to charge through the field. He needs that time. They made an air pressure adjustment, and he is happy. Just needs a green flag run here, Alan.
Just behind Chase Elliott is the 21 car of Josh Berry. Has not been a great day for Berry, but when everyone pitted,
Well, at least they're going to get back on green this time. 4 to go.
Stay out. Josh Berry struggles a bit on road courses. Hasn't finished better than 22nd in his career, but with a little strategy, keeping it clean. He's running in the top 10 now. Has older tires than many of those around him, but they're going to see how this plays out. Probably the best finish for him is this strategy right now.
Going to be 4 to go when we get the restart. Choose happening now. McDowell up there, rows 4 in 5 on those fresher tires, and once again front row Van Gisbergen and Briscoe.
I like where Chase Elliott's at. I don't know that he has the tire to be able to get up there and beat this 88 car, but this is a really good opportunity for him if he can gain a spot or 2 quickly to still drive back up there. Remember now, he was a top 3 car, probably had a 3rd place finish locked up under the previous strategy, but took the tires. And he grabbed that 9 car.
All right, getting ready to go back green.
They've got Atlanta with come taking the tires. Yeah, might have had to be conservative.
It's going to be 4 laps to go.
Wow. Little money in the bank. Collect on that interest here. Taking a chance. Putting themselves in position. Do they have time to get there? Will this be the final restart?
Green flag. 4 to go.
SVG getting a shot from behind by Christopher Bell. Here we go one more time.
Between the 19 and the 88 up the hill. More contact.
Man, more contact.
SVG runs him wide a little bit. Dirt for Briscoe. Down to turn 3.
SVG has the lead.
Van Gisbergen has the lead.
He might just pull away with it.
Hocevar side by side with C. Bell for 3rd.
Teammates racing back there. Chase Elliott, William Byron. 9 is on the move as they go wide back in turn 4.
Someone's around back there.
Blaney at the back of the field.
Blaney's around. Yeah, Larson.
No caution yet.
Make them both away. We'll see if it stays green.
Blaney and Larson spun around.
88 leads the 19, the 20. Chase Elliott, fresher tires up to 4th. Does he have enough time? Does he have enough car? Here's the 5 getting taken out right there. The 43. John Enter going to check. Gets into it pretty hard. Blaney will be angry that he didn't hold the brakes there. Rolling back into race traffic.
3 laps to go this time by. And Chase
Elliott
is on the move.
All the way up to 4th place right there behind C. Bell. Did he have Byron?
Oh, around goes Hocevar.
Right report found the 77. He's around.
Should drive away. And I would anticipate no caution here. Elliott trying to get another one inside of Bell, turn 4.
This run's green. I think the 9 has a chance.
Elliott around Bell.
He needs to be on the 19, probably the next time at this end of the racetrack, unless he can run him down through the S's.
I think it will.
Let's see what happened right here. And Josh just gets in there really hard and into the back bumper.
Maybe not.
Way around that one, Josh. Hocevar won't be happy. Back to the lead, the Nascar. Chase Elliott trying to run down this 19 for second. McDowell back there at 5th. Trying to close in on Christopher Bell.
Going to be 2 laps to go.
Coming to 2 to go.
Turn 11 and drive back to the start-finish line this time. And it's right
2 laps to go at Sonoma.
And when I say 2 seconds, I'm talking about Van Gisbergen back to Chase Elliott on those pressure tires. Briscoe in between.
Oh, the 9's off in the gravel. The 20's got to come back by him right
Here comes Bell back by Elliott.
Huge for Shane Van Gisbergen.
It absolutely is. I thought he has enough car to stay out front. The only question was the tires, but now that he's lost the spot, McDowell behind him is coming as well.
And things have been physical late. Now if you're SVG, you say, just get me
Elliott's back around Bell.
I don't need overtime.
Don't think it'll be enough.
Out of turn 7, accelerates toward the S's. McDowell now at the back of this 20 car. Christopher Bell at 71, going to try to take that spot away. Look at the end season on the bottom left. Ty Dillon and Bowman basically side by side. Nemechek and Jones as well. You see the graphic.
Coming to the white flag.
Now comfortable in front of Zane Smith.
On to turn 11.
Turn 11. McDowell driving by Bell.
White flag is in the air. One more time around at Sonoma.
Credit one bank.
Side by side back here, Byron. Ty Gibbs with that 54. Ty Gibbs going to take the spot away.
SVG, who has been dominant all day. He'll end up leading 97 laps, it looks like.
And a lot of hard racing for
Of the 110.
Inside the top 10, inside the top 5.
Buries it down in the braking zone. C-Bell's going to battle hard on the outside here. Oh, man, that was close. It's clear. That draws in the 54, Ty Gibbs.
Here he comes around the final turns.
Down through the S's.
And SVG is going to do it. He won in Mexico for his first win of the season after winning Chicago 2 years ago. He then won Chicago again. And now SVG will win the Cup race at Sonoma.
Awesome job, boys. Awesome job. What a run we're on. Thank you.
Briscoe gets second. The guys that came for tires, Chase Elliott, Michael McDowell, 3rd and 4th. Another top 5 on the road for Christopher Bell. Reddick has been 6th or better in the last 3 races.
Kyle Busch drives his car up into the top 10.
2 straight weeks he's come from behind to finish in the top 10. He was top 5 last week at Chicago.
And Priest, with all that damage to the right front of his car, is going to end up a solid 12th place. Very fortunate to be able to get that result. There's Priest in the 16th.
An in-season challenge, what does it mean? Final lap, Ty Dillon, Alex Bowman.
See the beige car into the back bumper of the 48, moves him up to the middle. 48 tries to race off, the 10 just runs him high and clears him.
Shane Van Gisbergen hits him right between the eyes.
Ty Dillon once again.
7 laps.
going to the Final Four.
Wins the stage and claims victory for the second consecutive week. Fastest driver to reach 4 Cup wins since Parnelli Jones Riverside 1967. It's remarkable what this guy is doing. 3 straight on the road. Watkins Glen to come next month, where he was so close a season ago. And that 3 straight on the road from the pole ties the Cup record set by Jeff Gordon, who did it 1998-99. Marty talked about that earlier. Ago. I said it last week at Chicago, but we had never heard of this guy. Who's Shane Van Gisbergen? 36 years old from Auckland, New Zealand. Where did he come from? Wins in his first ever Cup start. Opened the door to run Xfinity full-time last year. And just like in his rookie campaign in Xfinity, his rookie year in Cup, he's gone 3 straight on the road, and he's going to burn it down in his first Cup start
burning it down.
in wine country.
Jean Girard. Hello there, Ricky. My name is Jean Girard, and I am here to kick your ass. Here's SVG after his dominant win at Sonoma.
Another fun celebration coming, Mark.
Red Bull.
Adam, we're running out of superlatives for the Kiwi, Shane Van Gisbergen. Another masterclass. 3 wins in the last 5 weeks. And you mentioned tying that record from Jeff Gordon. And he proves every week as well. Not only is he a generational talent on the road and street courses, got a pretty good leg too.
Woo!
That was a big one today. Not quite to the grandstands, but that's okay when you put on a performance like that. Hugs for the pit crew, well deserved. Stephen Dorn as well. He called some great races over the last few weeks. How was the heart rate there on all those final cautions and restarts, Shane?
Yeah, it was pretty tough stuff. We had an amazing car, but yeah, Chase Briscoe, what a great racer, and gave me respect, and jumped the last one a little bit, but it was pretty tense, but amazing. So stoked for Red Bull, Trackhouse, Chevy. Unbelievable. I had a really fun weekend here, some great races, and hope everyone enjoyed that.
How hard is it to believe 5 weeks ago this race team didn't have a win, Shane? As it sits now, you're the number 3 seed in the playoffs.
Hard to believe that, isn't it? But I just have to thank these guys. You know, we've built up all year, got better and better, and now we need to keep getting better on the ovals and start proving some people wrong.
Shane, you've won championships, 81 supercar wins over your career. You've done everything you could down there. How do you put into words what the last 2 years have meant to you?
Oh, it means everything. That's why I race cars, you know. I had an amazing time in Australia, and then to come here, and yeah, the last couple of weeks, or years actually, has been a dream come true. I really enjoyed my time in NASCAR. Thanks everyone for making me feel so welcome, and yeah, hope I'm here for a long time to come.
You can hear a little bit of emotion there as he celebrates their 3rd win in 5 weeks. SVG is unstoppable on street and road courses, Adam, and he proves it once again today.
It's one thing to be that good. It's another thing to live up to the expectations. And now we go to the in-season challenge. 4 drivers remain. Here are the matchups as we look forward to Dover.
Ty Dillon stays alive. It's unbelievable what this guy's been able to do. We've seen the desperation and what it means to him and his team on that last lap. Nemechek barely squeaks out one over his teammate Jones to stay alive. And then you look at the other side of the bracket, Reddick, Gibbs heading to the monster. I mean, that can just be a toe-to-toe just punch fest. I mean, those two cars can easily run well inside the top 10. So this is going to be so much fun. 4 remains.
Let's get to our leaderboard. You know, Marty talks about the impact of winning 3 races. 4 drivers have done it this year. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, and Shane Van Gisbergen. Look at that.
Yeah, the bubble battle stays pretty tight with Bubba Wallace and Ryan Preece. Kyle Busch actually may make the argument that he's got a shot to work his way back into this conversation with a great point stay in the top 10 here in Sonoma. Ty Gibbs still looking for some speed and pace on the ovals, has shown some great speed here.
Kyle's 18th, 37 points back at the cut line. So he's not out of this.
Post-race coverage coming up. Dale and Steve are going to join the NASCAR Nation crew on the stage. Tyler Reddick finished 6th today. He'll be on the stage as well. It's all done in Sonoma. And once again, it's Shane Van Gisbergen who finds his way to the checkered flag. What a ride he is on.
There's a place no map can show.
Shane passed Bell in the standings. Yeah. So, here's my stream schedule for next week. All the times are Eastern, and all the times are subject to change, obviously. And I think the All-Star game might actually have a rain delay in it. So, but Monday, I will be live for the Suns and the Kings at 9:55. I don't know why I said mate. No, I think I will be live for that. I'm not even going to put maybe on that. I will be live for that. I'm not going to watch the Home Run Derby. That shit's kind of dumb. So yeah, I'll be live for the Suns-Kings Summer League game at 9:55 tomorrow. And then Tuesday, I'll be live for the All-Star game, the MLB All-Star game at 7 p.m. or 7:50 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be fun. And then Wednesday, I'll be live for the Suns and the Timberwolves Summer League game. I'll be live for that game at 4:55 p.m. Eastern Time. That game will be in Vegas, so that's obviously like 3 hours behind. Thursday, I will not be live. That'll be my day off from the streaming. That'll be the first day off. That'll be like, I think it'll be like 16 straight days of streaming or some shit. I'm pretty sure. Before Thursday. Thursday I will not be live. There's not any MLB games. Not anything to be live for. So, yeah. Friday, I'll be live for the Red Sox and the Cubs. I'll be live at 2:10 p.m. for that. Saturday, I'll be live for the Xfinity race at Dover at 4:15 p.m. And then, depending on when that race ends and everything, you know how I'm feeling, I might be live for the Red Sox and Cubs at 7:15 p.m. Next Saturday night. Depends how I feel. And then Sunday, I'll be live for the Dover Cup race at 1:45 p.m. So yeah, I'm going to post that shit right now, and you guys can all see it. Alrighty, y'all. I want to thank you dicks for watching, and peace out.